Welcome to Semper Hooah podcast.
Well, Chief said meat sandwich.
Got it.
I mean, who couldn't go for a nice big cock meat sandwich right
All
now?
right, welcome to the Semper Hooah podcast. I'm OG, and who's next to me is my dilapidated Marine Sam.
Oh, dilapidated, huh?
You like that one, huh?
Yeah.
I appreciated that you upgraded or downgraded from the hoodie you had earlier.
Oh, me?
Oh, Semper
Yeah.
Hooah, nice. I just noticed that.
Yeah, yeah.
Got
Vintage,
that's Petey in the closet.
Hey.
Jonesy behind the stick, and our guest today, returning Chief P. All right. Chief P is an Intel warrant officer. I have to read this too. Soon to be in the AGR. That's Active Guard Reserve for those that don't know what we're saying. And we'll actually get into a little bit more of that in the smoke pit. Also, Chief P over here is counting down his days at the Chicago Police Department.
I thought we were going to go with a large police department in the Chicago metropolitan area.
No, you said
Oh,
CPD.
yeah, I don't give a fuck.
All
anymore.
right, good. All right. I got a lot of questions.
No, because we said that the last time he was on.
Yeah.
It's like that employer's in my rearview mirror.
Back when I cared.
Yeah, they
Zimbabwe.
can get
Zimbabwe.
Scotty. God, I miss him. All right. We got to do this. You know, the plugs here. All right. Oh, there we go. All right. Like, subscribe, follow, share. Oh, you like the new graphics, huh?
It's like a MySpace ad.
Yeah, right.
Never happened. Do we have
on the
presence
Facebooks?
on MySpace?
Oh, we should.
At Semper Hooah Podcast on Facebook, at Semper Hooah at IG, semperhooah.com/shop. Get the merch. We got the t-shirts, the stickers, the mugs. If you want something made, I don't know, we'll do it.
Coming
Why
soon
not?
to MySpace, too, apparently.
MySpace, yeah.
Hey, I kept Tom as my number one friend.
Hey, don't
still
forget
is
to
my friend.
donate. What's the new one there, bud?
It's going to be the Road Home program, and it's a good program for vets that are looking to do a residential or outpatient
Took too long.
program.
Don't
Oh,
forget
okay.
the hate
Yeah.
mail. All right, go ahead. No, go on.
It's all good. And our very own Bilbo is a graduate of that program as well, too. So send us some emails, and he can get you some more info on it.
Yeah. Awesome. All right, we got some interesting topics to cover.
Yeah, pretty.
Some shit happened here.
Ooh.
I mean, we'll start off light, and then we'll get deep. Who wants
Yeah.
the first one?
I'll take it.
Good.
Really?
first one?
Because this seems something more like the tradesman in my family.
All right, well,
What we
take
doing?
it. Go.
Yeah.
Take it away there.
All right. So empty tequila bottles found on new Air Force One jet built by Boeing, report says. 2 empty liquor bottles were recently found on board one of Boeing's under development Air Force One jets, according to people familiar with the matter, the Wall Street Journal reported. The sources who spoke with Wall Street Journal said Boeing is actively investigating why the liquor containers, 2 miniature tequila bottles, were left on the future presidential plane. The bottles were reportedly found at Boeing's San Antonio, Texas facility on board a VC-25B aircraft, a highly modified version of Boeing's 747-8 aircraft. Boeing has encountered past problems with tools, rags, and assorted trash from their factory floors, ending up on both military and commercial aircraft. But this latest incident is particularly concerning as it involves one of the aircraft that will be designated as Air Force One when it carries the President of the United States on board. So it is definitely one of my uncles.
Yeah,
Or-
I don't see the problem with this
But
at all.
I don't see how it could
It's
be
2
Polish.
little
It's
tequila
2
bottles.
Little tequilas instead
like
of 2 big
the way
bottles.
they wrote this made it sound like it was like full on like fifths or liters or something.
No, it's like the little airplane, miniature bottles and stuff. That's just so Uncle Stashu can actually drive the screws in
Yeah.
straight,
or drive home.
that too, right? It stops the shakes in the morning.
That's how we get steady.
So, okay, happened before. Guess with trash.
But just with trash, but yeah.
Whatever.
I mean, like, come on.
it's a weak story. Whatever.
I mean, who doesn't put trash in the deck plates? I mean, honestly, it started off really good. I'm like, ooh, this is real exciting, and then it's like, oh, little bottles.
Little afterward booze, and
Well,
it's a big deal now.
Like it was like 2 handles of tequila.
Yeah, that's the kind of shit that I would like smuggle into like a festival or something like that.
There's residual cocaine and cocoa butter on the seat.
Now
What the
that's a
hell?
story.
Good shit. All right, who wants the next one?
I'll take it. The Space Force enlisted rank insignia are here, and they look a lot like Star Trek. America's newest military branch continues to pay homage to Star Trek with its enlisted rank insignia, which look unmistakably like something series creator Gene Roddenberry would come up with. Released last week, the Space Force's enlisted rank insignia all feature a large triangle known as a delta, which is a key symbol in the newly created service. As has been pointed out before, Space Force's seal, which features the delta on top of a globe with a white dot in an elliptical orbit, looks almost exactly like the Starfleet Command insignia from Star Trek. Officially, the Space Force claims the combination of the globe, delta, and elliptical orbit are all symbolic of the service's mission. Yes, to explore new and exciting planets and fuck their inhabitants.
I kind of like them though.
They're actually easier
They kind
to-
of geek out. Yeah,
Well,
I'm not a Star Trek or any
Jonesy,
of
you
that
got
stuff,
something we can
but-
pull up a little bit bigger?
Yeah, I'm currently trying to find something. I know I saw it on Reddit before, but
Yeah, take a look,
it's
'cause
kind of a pain.
No.
They're easier to.
No.
What?
They look. Now I have to memorize another stupid branches.
This one's easier though.
Yeah,
than
but
the
you were gonna
regular
have to
Air Forces,
anyway.
though.
They're guardians.
Are they?
It's
I don't know.
like clear.
I
like-
still haven't learned the Air Force because I don't care.
Yeah,
enough.
right. They're fine.
I've never met somebody.
They
from
have
the
like
Air
4
Force.
specialists.
Right? Yeah, E1 through E4,
E4s.
they're all specialists.
Yeah.
See, simple.
Oh, that's
Right,
Instead of
but
Airman
then
1,
but then it
Airman
gets
2,
stupid in the higher
Wait,
end
are
COs.
they
it's like-
specialist guardians or guardian specialists?
Ooh.
It's Specialist 1, Specialist 2, Specialist 3, Specialist
Still don't have
4.
warrant officers, so screw that branch. I don't
Yeah.
care.
Yeah,
Because everyone's a warrant officer in that fucking. That's just how it is.
but it gets goofy. Like the senior NCOs, it's like
Yeah, build it up. Sorry.
master fucking space shuttle door gunner or something like that.
See, look at that
Chief
shit.
master sergeant of the like. Come on, like how,
Honestly, though, I was really hoping that they would go with like whatever they were doing on Space Force on Netflix. Just call him Spaceman.
Spaceman. It looks easier. Look at it though. It's.
I mean, couldn't they just call them astronauts? I don't know why I said it like that. Why
You
not?
have to be in space.
Yeah.
These guys aren't even going to be in space.
No, they're gonna sit in a
So
trailer.
they're not
going
going
to
to be guarding anything either. So let's be honest.
They're guarding space.
Guardians.
Well, that's when they get the space guard.
A way more Hooah name than they need.
hey, it's because COVID all enabled a remote workforce environment.
Yeah, so they can do this from home.
Right.
Yeah, get rid of that shit.
As long as you logged in on the VPN, you're good.
Yeah, they're just gonna put a nipper and sipper account in someone's like den on base housing.
All right, well, let's go segue into the next part.
Yeah, which leans into the Galactic Empire chic with new dress uniform design on top of all the rank structure.
Move over, pinks and greens.
Yeah, I like this.
Oh man, panty droppers all the way. So the U.S. Space Force unveiled the prototype for its new dress uniforms, and they look familiar. What? What are you giggling?
Just going.
The comparison on the screen.
It's a good comparison.
Hey, that is Chief Master Space Force Gunner Gonzalez over there. Okay, show some respect.
Wait,
on
are
that.
you assuming their race?
No, look at the name tag. It says Gonzalez on it.
Oh,
I can't read that far, dude.
Yeah, especially with that one eye.
Yeah, I'm fucking blind, dude.
Set your eyeball back.
It's gonna be really weird when we go to multicam soon. You're gonna get a real close up of them.
Fuck.
Oh, so
Ratings are dropping.
where have we seen this style before? Ah, yes. This look, the look from the military's newest branch is a fabulous and we just blew up Alderaan kind of way. It's given us Darth Vader approved uniformity. It's given us Galactic Empire chic. And frankly, it's about time we learned more about the Space Force uniform, seeing as the service was officially established back in 2019. The Pentagon has been tight-lipped about what uniforms the newest military branch would look like, even as a fake design made the rounds on social media. Interesting to note, though, they're adopting the OCPs as their, just like
Yeah,
BDU type
the
uniform.
gold though. I think brownish gold are the name tapes and stuff.
I want to know what their PT uniforms look like.
Oh, they had
They
them out.
released them.
No,
Yeah.
they released them.
Yeah.
Oh, they did?
Throw
Yeah.
out if you could get PT uniforms, also throw Battlestar Galactica and some Star Trek shit because there's more for that. Especially Battlestar Galactica.
Oh, yeah.
I'm coming out real nerdy with that one.
To be fair,
She
those
looks like-
uniforms
we
were
covered
quite
this
smart
before.
in that show.
We covered this before, the new PT uniforms.
No,
For the
not
spa-
for the
for
Space,
Space
Force.
Force?
Oh, not Space Force, Air Force.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Space Force
Yeah.
PT uniforms.
We
were
covered it
literally
for all the
released,
other
like,
brands.
Is it like all
yesterday.
like foil?
It's a space blanket.
Space blanket.
The Mylar blanket.
Who's that one
Just
contact
says
creator,
Space
Nicky
Force.
Ortiz, who does the Space Force and he wears like the multiple hands on his fingers? That's pretty funny. And the potato.
Oh, that's so funny.
All right, there it is. So it just looks like the Air Force one with the,
Yeah, it just looks
the
like
Star Trek thing. Oh, there's
Ooh.
audio.
Ooh.
Oh.
For Guardians to be physically ready
Wow.
to protect U.S. and allied
Oh god.
interests in
Okay, this is
space.
too good.
Was that a lightsaber?
That's enough. I can't. That's look at that.
developed for Guardians.
Have we had a Guardian on the
Tested by
the
No,
podcast yet?
no, we're trying
No,
to
yeah.
find one.
Can I be a co-guest on that song? Cause
Yeah.
Oh,
you-
yes.
You get in the closet. For
Are
that
you
one.
kidding me? We want to stuff everyone in here on that one.
So
I'm sure he
ridiculous.
does too.
You got the Battlestar Galactica one?
Yeah, I can try to find that real quick.
All right. Well, you're...
First of all, best PT uniforms in sci-fi was Battlestar.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of Space Force Air Force, before we go on to anything else, I forgot to mention after the 747 thing here. Can you throw the video up of the C-17 flying through fucking
Yeah, I got
Australia? Craziest shit I've ever seen.
When did this happen?
They're just a test flight, which they do this every year since like 2017, and they just
Wow.
fucking fly through like between buildings. It's nuts. So like if you're listening right now, you're missing out on this shit because like here, check it out. Just keep the volume down a little bit on that.
Ooh.
Look at this thing. All right, it's not even like there yet. That's just above those buildings. What are you buffering?
Get a better internet connection.
Yeah, fuck. All right, look at this shit. Oh, okay, just boom.
Oh my God.
Isn't that fucking insane?
What
C-17
the hell?
just
That's impressive, but I would think it's more impressive if you do with the Russian Antonov.
Oh, yeah.
that's still ballsy as shit. I think there's like some Air Force colonel was talking about how insane that is.
Are they doing that with an M1 in there?
Dude, they do this every year
Why?
for the last 4 years. I don't know, some air show or some festivals, like some hippie festival. I don't know.
Yeah, okay. Hippie festival.
That's like the Chicago Air and Water Show. They don't get nearly that close to.
No.
No,
Well, they can't, dude,
They're
bro.
not even allowed to. Oh, he's got the Battlestar Galactica. Here it is. Blow that shit up. Yeah, look at that. That's totally looks like it.
Yeah,
That's
that
literally what it looks like.
honestly they should have gone with that.
It's hot. Super hot.
Pete, make a meme.
Yep.
All right. Let's get into some real deep shit here.
Oh, Sam, this is all you. This is your
Yeah.
buddy, man.
Oh, yes. Okay. Marine officer wants to charge a general with dereliction of duty over Afghanistan, but he can't. No shit.
Screaming in the microphone. God.
A Marine infantry officer and former battalion commander who was relieved.
Whoa, whoa.
Who wants a mustache ride?
Hit that button. I don't know how that happened.
What the fuck?
Wow.
That's not where I parked my car.
Fat fingers.
Apparently, we're trying to give this lieutenant colonel a mustache.
Sorry about that.
Good for him, bud.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm not even that drunk.
trying to charge a general.
All
Yeah, he
right.
deserves one. Marine infantry officer and former battalion commander who was relieved of command for demanding on social media that top military leaders be held accountable for the chaotic Afghanistan withdrawal is now attempting to be the greatest barracks lawyer of all time. Wouldn't it be base housing lawyer since he's an officer?
Right.
Lieutenant Colonel Stuart Scheller, Scheller, I'll go with it, appeared in a September 16th video claiming that he intends to charge Marine General Kenneth McKenzie Jr., head of U.S. Central Command, with dereliction of duty. In the video, Scheller said he was continuing to speak out even though it could jeopardize a deal that he claimed the Marine Corps had offered him, under which he would accept non-judicial punishment, resign his commission, forfeit his military pension, and accept a general discharge under honorable conditions rather than face a court-martial. Bro, take the court-martial, man, and keep all the benefits.
Right?
Scheller argued that McKenzie needs to be disciplined for leaving Americans and military equipment worth millions of dollars behind in Afghanistan because military planners initially assumed that Afghan troops and police could defend Kabul from the Taliban for days or weeks once the evacuation began. Are they fucking serious? Did they watch the same war that I did? They really thought that was like, are these are the people we pay with our tax dollars?
Go on,
fucking
there's more.
idiots. All right, continuing. I've read the entire UCMJ, Uniform Code of Military Justice, in the last 2 weeks of my purgatory. Great quote. All of the punitive articles, and it turns out that all the military officers are subject to the UCMJ, Scheller said. In the video, because it appears to me that no general officers are willing to hold each other accountable, I'm submitting charges against General McKenzie for his bad assumptions, not because I'm vindictive, but because the senior leaders need to be held accountable to the same standard as us. True. On his Facebook page, Scheller elaborated that he plans to file 13 specifications of the charge against McKenzie, one for each of the service members killed on August 26th suicide bomb attack and on Hamid Karazi International Airport's
Hamid?
Abbey.
Hamid Karzai.
Hamid
Karzai.
Karzai. Whatever.
Jesus. You've been there for... All right, go on.
According to a CENTCOM spokeswoman, Scheller's legal argument that all general officers are subject to the same military laws as other service members and thus he can file charges against McKenzie is faulty. Although any person subject to the UCMJ may prefer charges, only a commander who has court-martial convening authority may refer those charges to a court-martial, said Air Force Major Nicole Ferreira. Service members have the right to make allegations of wrongdoing against other troops, not to charge them under the Uniform Code of Military Justice, said retired Marine Lieutenant Colonel Gary Solis, who served as a military judge and a law professor at the United States Military Academy at West Point.
So I love how he's like, yeah, my 2 weeks in purgatory, which he was a runner for staff duty.
Right.
He's like, I read the whole UCMJ. Yeah, because that's all you're allowed to read on staff duty as a military buck.
Yeah,
So,
right.
Like, I like what he did before. Like, he stood up. And yeah, there were people... I agreed with what he was saying, right?
Oh yeah, I totally
it's
do.
just this is getting on a little crazy with it. You probably should have.
I mean, I don't ever want to have to pay taxes again for all the equipment we left in Afghanistan for those assholes.
I still give him props for his other shit. Chief looks like he's about to blow a gasket here.
Ooh, yeah.
I have no opinion.
I see the steam. It's
Come
coming
on.
out.
I just hate how we keep charging Joes at CIF turn-in when we do this stuff. You know, it's like, come on, guys.
Almost at this point, it seems like I don't know if he's trying to get to this point or he's looking for some fame here. I don't know.
I mean, it could be both, but I mean, it looks like he's fucked either way.
Definitely looking for fame.
Yeah, it seems like you have a deal, a real good one too. After you got your word out, and it's
Mm-hmm.
good. Like what he did was ballsy. He knew that happened. They're gonna come a deal.
I'm
and then
pretty
you're
sure he
gonna
could have
piss that
convinced him
away.
to keep his.
I mean,
That
I don't know. It's
I don't know if that's a great of a deal, is it?
well, do you that you get to keep all your shit? Well, I
No,
can't
well, he
do
did.
that.
Well, he
No,
just
no,
gets an
it's forfeited
honorable.
everything,
That's
yeah.
it.
He was going to
Honorable,
forfeit
yeah.
his pension and everything.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
if-
over a court martial though.
Okay,
Oh,
but
I guess.
okay,
Yeah,
the
I
court
guess-
martial's still going to be
pension, though.
50-50, right?
Yeah, I guess
The
you're
the
right.
problem is, I think, is the public's on his side in a lot of the states, so I don't think a court martial is going to go too far because public pressure is going to. That's how unfortunately, that's not how it's
Politics.
supposed to work, but that's how it works nowadays. Is public pressure basically
Right.
Right, and
decides.
well,
Let's be honest. As an officer and being an 05, you know, he's not going to get slammed like some freaking E3 or E4 going through a court martial.
no, he'll only get
Yeah.
slammed when he gets thrown in the brig.
But if
Right.
he keeps if he keeps up this shit though, who knows?
Right, but I mean, but I'm also saying like he should have been able to keep his pension regardless, because if we're just willing to throw away all that money on the Afghans, like why the fuck can't we just throw away a little bit
Or
of money
fuck
on
his
this guy?
17 years of service, too.
Yeah, right.
You know?
Seriously,
Yeah.
and he's doing something good. He's at least telling the people, no, these people are fucked up.
Yeah.
I originally thought that
They're going to
was
get
like-
back at him one way or another, man. They're going to, like, plant a kid on him or something like that.
Yeah, something.
another diddler,
Nah, he's gonna shoot himself in the head twice.
Plant a kid on him,
dude. It's
Oh, yeah. We're getting ready to start our
Every week.
Semper Hooah
catch a
service member.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Do some Chris Hansen shit. Hey, what are you doing here?
Our last 4
How are you gonna
episodes have
set
been
that
nothing
up?
but...
I don't know. We're just gonna. I think we're gonna start. Well, we'll get into that in the smoke pit because,
Word.
or after some more, maybe some diddler stories. I don't know. Since that keeps coming up like
One too many. There's so many
crazy.
diddlers.
Yeah, there are. All right, we're gonna go a little bit more into a couple more little Afghani stories here. Who's got the next one here?
Terry Taliban appoints ambassador asked to speak at the UN. Just when you thought it couldn't get any worse with these goat fucking Johnny Chimpo loving women oppressing ass clowns.
Wow.
Wow, I'm getting fired up today. The Taliban has named its United Nations ambassador and has requested speaking time at the UN General Assembly in New York in a bid to officially represent Afghanistan just weeks after taking over control of the country.
It's not called Afghanistan anymore.
Yeah,
But they still make Afghanistan animation.
do they?
It's really funny, Cap. It's Afghanistan animation.
Hey, they worked out
Hey.
finally.
That was a good segue.
All right, nice.
The Associated Press reported that the Taliban are challenging the credentials of Ghulam Iskazai, the UN ambassador who served under the Western-backed Islamic Republic of Afghanistan. On September 15th, the UN General Assembly Antonio Guterres received a communication from Iskazai, Afghanistan's currently accredited UN ambassador, with a list of Afghanistan's delegation for the General Assembly. UN spokesman Stephanie Dujarric told the Associated Press. 5 days after Iskazai's communication, the UN received another communication, this time from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs for the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan,
That's the new name.
the new formal name for the Taliban government. The Taliban communication, signed by Amir Khan Mutaki, the acting foreign minister for the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan. Ugh.
Well, how about that? I put the goat up too. Nobody even looked at it.
Yeah, it's there.
It's really hard to find goat fucking, by the way.
Well, I couldn't really see it. It was like right down there in the corner.
Where are you searching?
Right.
I'm not the right spots, obviously.
Oh my god.
So yeah,
There's got to be a video out there somewhere.
Don't Google this at home, kids.
I'm curious to see.
Jonesy, pull
or
up
do it.
zoo porn.
No, definitely Google it at school.
Yeah.
Oh, we're so canceled. Oh man. Yeah, you keep saying that, but doesn't
I'm in
happen.
danger.
That look Chief gave me right there.
Don't use your full name. It's okay. Anyway, so I'm curious what's going to happen with this one.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Since we're
we
talking
are
and-
requesting formal recognition of our evil ways.
Can you just imagine those fuckers walking around New York?
No, we didn't. You can bring it up.
Ooh, Operation Pineapple Express.
Yeah, that was
Yes.
cool.
I like the fact they went with that name too.
Wait, what?
You could have just said it.
What's this?
Operation Pineapple Express.
Yeah.
So it's
You
a
didn't hear about that?
No, I didn't.
Oh
yeah.
my
So
God.
what is
Jonesy,
he
pull it
like?
up.
He's a retired SF dude, right? That's leading that, and they're
Yeah.
like a private coalition, and they're essentially running the Afghanistan version of the Underground Railroad to get all the Terps and American civilian citizens and all these people out of Afghanistan.
You mean the people that should have been taken out of Afghanistan already? And
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yes,
All right.
but since the government failed, private
Again.
entities and free market society has stepped up.
Oh my God.
I love capitalism.
Right. And
Amazing.
and they dubbed it Operation Pineapple Express.
Word.
To your mother.
So
I think Tim Kennedy partook.
did he?
There was
Speaking of the upcoming
Yeah. Yeah.
segue, well,
Yeah. You got anything on that, by the way?
Yeah, so
Express.
it did happen. They don't have a full list yet,
There's a whole bunch
There's
of
a
morale
website.
patches and stuff like
Yeah.
that out there now.
but it is called Operation Pineapple Express. It's full of a bunch of former SF, and their priority was former Afghan SF that they helped train.
Okay.
Mm.
Cool. The more you know.
Brought to you by
Man.
Knowledge Rainbows.
Phone's fucking vibrating.
Yes, it is.
Put it on the damn back there. It's soft. Jesus Christ.
Oh, gee, this should be you, man.
I got a lot of shit going on right now, man.
This next one.
I guess I could do one. All right. Yeah, this should be me. All right. We're gonna go back into
oh, this.
it's fucking catch a fucking
Yeah.
it doesn't work this way a little
No.
bit, but all right. 2 Afghan men at Fort McCoy charged with assault, engaging in sex acts with children. Diddlers. I swear to God,
Fucking
every
diddlers,
fucking
man.
week.
But they're not service members, so.
No, yeah,
Oh,
that's
thank
right.
the fuck Christ for
That's why
that.
they didn't make the Scumbag Service Members of the Week. All right, 2 Afghan men staying at Fort McCoy in western Wisconsin were charged with committing unrelated crimes while staying at the base, including assault and engaging in a sexual act with a child.
Not to make light of the situation, but you know how we would have avoided this? If we had him staying at the Microtel in Toma.
Yeah, no shit, that place is
I shouldn't be laughing about that.
All right. Not that we're going to be sponsored by the Microtel in Toma.
Not now.
all that murder there. All right, they've been removed from the base and taken to Dane County Jail, according to the State Department of Justice. Okay, I'm going to slaughter shit his name. Baruhala? Barula? I don't know.
Nuri.
Nori.
That sounds like a Middle Eastern dish.
Is facing 3 counts of engaging in sexual acts with a minor, including 1 allegedly involving the use of force. That's
Piece of shit.
He is also charged with a 4th count of attempting to engage in such acts with a minor while using force. The alleged victims were at least 4 years younger than Nori and have not yet reached the age of 16.
Yeah.
Okay, it's fucking slimy. And then here's, go figure, Muhammad Harun Imad, 32, is charged with assaulting his wife on September 7th. The indictment alleges Imad choked and suffocated her. If convicted, Nori could spend up to life in federal prison for the charges and alleged force, and up to 15 years for the other 2 charges. Imad faces up to 10 years in federal prison. So, we're going to lock these fucking pieces of shit up instead of just, sending... Why don't we just send them right back to fucking Kabul?
Unfortunately, not. That's
Because they would like them there.
It'd be awesome.
The issue is what do you think the odds are that the wife's actually going to go through with prosecution?
Okay, yeah, probably that one. But the other fucker.
Yeah.
That one, get him up. Get him on a C-17 on the wheel well. Let him just fucking fall down.
Just drop them out.
Just
We've
drop
already
him
seen
out.
it once.
Dude, diddler.
Well,
You fucking you
I
want...
don't have a problem with that. I'm just
Dude, say something. Get fierce.
something.
All right, anyway.
It's percolating.
Yeah, we'll wait to the smoke pit. We'll finally pop. Give him some more beers.
Ooh.
Do that, I'm in trouble.
All right, what's
Then we got our favorite friends on the federal land of forever bothering Italians. How an FBI probe into a veteran suspicious Pelican case fizzled out.
Ooh.
Today on Unsolved Mysteries. When the FBI raided the apartment of a wounded veteran in Texas last spring, they were prepared to be greeted with homemade bombs triggered by alarms or motion sensors. Dun, dun, dun. FBI investigators suspected 36-year-old Josh Honigberg was selling explosives and had the training to set such a trap. A former friend, Blue Falcon motherfucker, even told agents about the ex-Cavalry Scout's plans if law enforcement came knocking. He would use explosives to level the front half of his building and be able to gain a vantage point fighting in his bedroom through the rubble in the hallway. What about the rear? Stetson Null, 25, later testified. Again, buddy fucker.
Yeah.
Also, the name Stetson.
Also,
Yeah.
Camp Scouts think they're so cool.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that hat, dude.
I got a name for him afterward. Keep going, though.
But when the FBI agents searched Honigberg's apartment, they didn't report any booby-trapped alarm systems.
All talk.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no-
right.
Yeah. It's almost like the recent thing they had at D.C. again, right?
Yeah.
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 Instead, they found and seized a small Pelican case that an FBI bomb technician on scene was rigged with explosive devices and spikes to detonate like a Claymore mine.
Is that how FBI agents talk?
Yeah.
I mean,
No.
I'm never having
Don't
met
you work
one.
with-
Well, no,
I've
met
worked
one.
with some feds.
We have
but-
some feds that work with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I met one when I worked in Baghdad.
Not impressed.
Yeah, fuck you. Okay.
No, not you. I'm not
Oh.
impressed with the fact. Well, fuck you, Sam. Honigberg declined plea deals and went to jury trial last month where he beat the FBI's bomb charge. Good on you, man. Hearings revealed war wounds, questionable evidence destruction, and a disputed sale of silver bullion. Lawyers debated what could be done with the Pelican case and its contents. An FBI agent said Honigberg had a finished Claymore ready to use, while the ex-soldier's defense team contended that he was a battle-scarred man with eccentric but ultimately benign hobbies. There are parts of me that aren't great, Honigberg told Army Times after his August 18th acquittal. I have some PTSD, some TBIs, but none of that means I have any anger towards anyone. None of that means I have any resentment. We just paint some happy little trees and happy little clouds.
Pull up the Claymore that he built there.
Yeah, I got found it on Army Times.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Okay, a couple
That
of
looks
road
like a
flares.
kid's
Yeah, it looks like
lunchbox,
floor
man.
flares, Yeah.
Yeah, it's
You can see what 2 shotgun shells, whatever that is. I think
like a
that's
grenade.
supposed to be the C. Yeah, that's CS gas.
It looks like
Okay.
a junk.
And
It
then the
looks like a
two,
junk
purple
box.
smoke bag. Two smoke grenades and the rope flare. That's it.
Looks like a fun fucking Saturday right there.
No, it's not.
it's
Cub
this
Scout said
emergency
it's
roadside kit.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, roadside emergency.
It looks like something that goes in a bug out bag.
See, it would have been cool if he'd used his spurs as like shrapnel.
Hats off to the Claymore cowboy there.
No, those got confiscated on his way into the courthouse.
I like the
Oh, you
got
gotta take your spurs off.
Wait, do those guys actually get spurs on their boots?
Oh God.
They do a spur ride and then they get spurs.
Right, and then if you deploy, you upgrade your silver spurs to gold spurs.
You were
Get the
with
fuck
the
out of
Cavs.
here, serious?
Nah, I was with 80. They weren't Cav.
Oh, okay, I thought you were the Cav.
Armored.
Who that? Oh, that's right. Who's with the fucking Cav?
Magana.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
All right,
He was an actual calf scout, which explains the homoerotic behavior.
He's also a cop. Well, he can't
Also
be a guest
explains the
anymore.
homoerotic
All right.
behavior.
Oh, that's what explains it.
All right. Look at that. We're moving past. Chief's been awfully quiet.
Yeah, you know he's living up to his shirt. Just stay zero
Zero.
comments.
No cares.
Yeah.
Not
No,
giving
ca-
a- I'm
no
just here
cares
to-
and no comments, boys.
Cannot be prosecuted for nothing I didn't say.
That's right.
Right.
There's-
Mental math. You just do it in your head.
Pending charges say that I can't speak about that.
I request a lawyer.
Yeah. All right, it's that time of the show. POG Pro.
We salute you.
All right, Sami, why don't you take away?
All right, POG Pro, Air Force Lieutenant Colonel John Karl Marx. God, I would fucking,
That name.
Change my name.
I would change my name for that one
Immediately.
immediately, or just grow an epic beard. But either way, this man birded longer than anybody in history. I can't even like pronounce it. You should have had the sound effect up for that. Yeah,
Damn it.
I know.
Missed
right?
opportunity, right?
Yeah, very much so.
We'll get it on there.
When Lieutenant Colonel John Karl Marx took off from Whiteman Air Force Base in Missouri earlier this month, it wasn't just another training sortie. It was a record-breaking flight that would firmly establish him as the most experienced A-10 attack plane pilot in history. During the sortie, a 57-year-old Marx reached 7,000 hours of flight time in the A-10C Thunderbolt II across his 32-year flying career, more than any other A-10 pilot. For perspective, 7,000 hours is like spending a little over 9.5 months straight in the cockpit.
Wow.
The Air Force's top pilot rating, command pilot, is earned after 3,000 total hours, 15 years as a rated pilot, which Marx has fulfilled more than twice over. You'd think someone might get sick of all that time behind the stick, but not Marx.
That's pretty awesome.
I
He's my
mean,
hero.
you're flying a gun.
Yeah.
Right.
That's a long time, too.
And you know he's probably denied, refused a couple promotions just so he could keep flying.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to bird.
Sick. It's a pretty sick job. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Good on you, bud. It's a long time. Wow,
Yeah.
32 years.
I wonder how many tanks he's fucked up over the years.
Oh, yeah. That's another good one. Like his combat time.
Like, he's been doing this
Oh,
since
yeah.
89, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
he's
Gulf
definitely
War,
seen some
maybe?
shit then.
Yeah.
Man, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Gulf War, all that shit that Clinton did in, like, Eastern Europe and all that.
Oh, Jesus
Allegedly.
Christ. Ranks are up. What is
Holy,
going on?
what is
Hi.
wrong with you
Fat
today?
fingers today. Fat fingers.
Christ, you fucking up, like, the board and everything?
I know. It's all,
It's because the new table's not in.
I know.
Right.
Next episode. New table. All right. So excited. Nobody else gives a shit but us. We can be comfortable finally. New boom's coming too.
You fucking up worse than the Afghan withdrawal.
I don't know, Chief over here. Seems like
Can we just not segue into the next article? Can we just not use his rank? Come on, it makes me feel dirty.
Nope.
Because
No,
you are.
no.
so. All right.
This is the scumbag moment. Scotty. Miss
Every
you.
time. All right.
Scumbag service member number 1, warrant officer 1, Anthony Rivera, which is really like the private of the warrant officer
Is
ranks.
that really him?
Yeah, that's him right there.
What a douchebag.
It's your
He's giving you
core,
guys
buddy.
a bad name,
Yeah.
bro.
No.
This is the first time first warrant officer we put up for actually anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
There's a lot of
no,
them.
we had
out there.
Chief
Yeah,
on.
we had before. Scumbag list.
Oh, on Scumbag list?
Yeah.
I don't think we
Funny,
had
I'm
one
a
on
scumbag too, so.
Well, it's kind of hard to catch him at their
I
scumbaggery.
Hope you're not like this one though.
No, that's
So.
skating is part of warrant officer training. We established that the
Absolutely.
last time
No,
Chief was on.
I get it. I've worked with a lot of warrants, and yeah. So a warrant officer stationed at Fort Bragg, North Carolina, where even the STDs are airborne, faces a general court-martial next year for the alleged murder of 2 toddlers he adopted in 2017, according to charge sheets. 2 years after the alleged murders, Warrant Officer 1 Anthony S. Rivera was also accused of sexual assault by a woman with whom he previously had a relationship, according to emails and other records obtained by Army Times. Despite the murder charges, Rivera has never been confined by civilian or military authorities.
Awesome.
He's fucking skating out of jail time.
What a chief.
What a
What a
warrant
warrant
They
officer.
can't get him because they know where he's at. You just see his
Yeah.
hat and they think he's there.
Right? Well, he's kind of
He's
in
gotta
this
be in
prison
the
Gotta
cell.
be somewhere here.
Yeah.
He's got to be in the stockade. His hat's here.
UCMJ expert and retired Navy Captain Lawrence Brennan, a professor at Fordham Law School, explained that the 82nd Airborne Division Command Major General Christopher Donahue can order pretrial confinement or other restrictions for Rivera as the court-martial's convening authority. But Rivera would also have to be able to appeal the decision. Which, how do you appeal the decision when you're freaking...
Well, when you're on the golf course, you can't do that.
Yeah, they gotta come to show up to court.
never responds to the emails.
That one's right on. I don't know. You respond to yours ever? I don't know. It takes you forever just to get you a
Emails?
message when I DM
You
you.
have my phone number and you send me a Facebook message.
I don't know. It's you started that conversation on there. I just continued it on. But then you went to phone and then I went back. I'm like, yeah, we still on.
Yeah, you.
I don't know. Whatever. You still take forever. I see it's like it's waiting.
That's because I didn't watch the stupid fucking movie you put up because I didn't
No,
want
it was
to.
before.
Whatever.
But I
It
didn't-
marked it as red. I know you saw the message.
Motherfucker.
No, I don't because I don't look at it, so I don't have to see.
Yeah, he gets
what's-
alert and doesn't go.
Yeah, he gets it on the drop screen. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, I like this being here by myself. I kick my feet up. It's comfortable.
Looks.
Yeah,
he looks
yeah.
comfortable.
Oh, I'm just missing
Yeah,
the
we're a little tight over here.
OTPHJs, though.
Put that away.
Yeah, J-Bot's not here. He
Yeah.
blew his back out. He's on
Huh?
sick call. Bilbo's on sick
He knew
call.
I
too.
was coming. He didn't want to see me, I guess.
Oh, he
Oh.
loves you. He loves you.
I got some stories about UPL the next time he's on. We can tell those. That'll be fun. That was
Oh,
guys will get to do some butt stuff.
you did a better one last week.
No.
Last week you were really good with it. Oh my god, it was good. I actually thought he was in the closet. I was like, holy shit, J-Bot's actually here.
I love you.
All right. You got to get the next one there?
Yeah, why not? Scumbag number 2, Chief Petty Officer Bree Kuhn.
Coon.
Kuhn.
Different kind
God,
of chief.
it just sounds
Damn
like
Navy.
South Park.
Kuhn.
The Kuhn. Kuhn and friends. Chief Petty Officer at Naval Air Station Pensacola is accused of locking her husband in their garage and fatally shooting him as he spoke to a 911 dispatcher, officials said. Bree Kuhn of Gulf Breeze was arrested and charged with first-degree premeditated murder in the death of Colin James Turner, 34. The couple's children were inside the house during the shooting.
Oh, that's sad.
I know. Deputies went to the home about 12:53 p.m. after the couple got into a heated argument and Kuhn called 911. They found no evidence of physical altercation and left. A second call came at about 5 p.m. He called that time. Same thing, another argument. Responding deputies found nothing alarming and left again. At 6:22 p.m., Turner called 911 again.
Guys, it's getting serious this time.
For real. I'm being full serial. While on the phone, he says that he's locked in the garage. During the phone call with dispatch, you hear gunshots, he states. Basically, she just shot me.
Oh.
Then you hear 3 more. When,
Guys, she killed me.
when deputies arrived at the home 4 minutes later, they found Turner dead and Kuhn in a state of shock, the sheriff said. I want to know what argument prompted all this.
He's the Dependa, right? Or are they both in?
I don't know.
Oh,
It didn't say
good
if he was in.
question.
He might have been the Dependa.
I think he is.
Yeah.
That's-
Jamie, Google it.
Yeah, male dependa.
He's got a real name, guys. His name's Jones, all right? Can you stop fiddling with that
They
fucking thing?
both start with J.
Anyway, you got enough of those beers, by the way?
I grabbed one.
Crazy
I'm
shit.
stupid as fuck.
You want some bourbon over here?
Maybe.
Want to enjoy some real stuff? No?
Get that hard stuff.
Yeah.
I just look over and he's got a death stare at me like.
Just don't pull your weapon out on this time. All
I was
right.
gonna do it last time. I thought about it.
I don't have a knife this time.
Oh, I could help you out there. No, all right.
Let me
What's
guess. She
up?
just was probably suspecting him of cheating or something like
Probably something.
Could be
stupid.
that.
I mean,
that. I was at the
3-4 calls
Probably
in one
was
day.
cheating on her,
One's
let's be
calling
honest.
there.
Yeah,
The other call there.
very likely.
Every article is giving her name and rank, but isn't giving him a name and rank. So I'm assuming he was civilian, so he was probably the dependent.
Yeah.
Dependa.
Yeah. Why don't you
Did
check
she
the
shoot him
ears?
through the garage? That's the other question.
Yeah,
Did she just like get really pissed and like I'm gonna shoot the garage and then accidentally?
Ooh, look that up.
cap
maybe.
him?
Maybe she was just trying to shoot the lock off the door.
But she locked him in.
You know,
How do you lock somebody from? Story's not.
No,
ending.
it happens.
can. You
It
can
happened.
lock
Maybe
some-
he was Polish because, like, you know,
From the
some.
outside.
Okay,
Yeah.
if you're in the garage, you could lock your door into your.
Yeah,
Like
because
if you're inside the house, you lock your.
Yeah.
yeah,
garage
what if
door.
you leave your garage open like most of the people in this neighborhood?
He could have just opened the garage door and got out.
Right.
What
But
do
it
you
says
think?
they locked her. He locked her in.
Pensacola.
Florida man.
No, but see, one time I
Well,
locked
he's
my
a
keys
defender.
inside my car. It took a half hour to get the
He's
family out.
confused.
Go on. Sorry.
No, I said like this one time when I locked my keys inside the car, it took a half hour to get the family out. So like I see it, you know.
It's because you did that on purpose.
No, it's Polish.
He didn't sound Polish.
1-800 Polish. We could say that because we're Polacks.
And we get to work on Air Force One and leave tequila bottles everywhere.
Doesn't even make sense. It'd be vodka, you know it. And like some like Polish magazine or some shit.
Yeah, probably.
All right. You got anything else on there?
No,
Nope, that's it. Whatever.
Nah.
Enough of the scumbags.
Next.
It's time for our military movie review. All right. And actually, you didn't pick one. That's fine. I think Pete picked this one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Range 15 from 2016. Oh, Range 15. So much to say. Veterans wake up after a night of partying to find out that the zombie apocalypse has spread across the United States. Okay. Let's start off here for a second before we get into anything. It's got some of my favorite popular vets that we all know, like
You do
Matt
love Matt
Best.
Best.
I do love Matt Best.
Yeah,
I
because
think
you're
it's
like the
Tim
discount
Kennedy.
version.
Yeah, I am the discount version.
Yeah, OG is if Matt Best was ordered off Wish.
Do you have that meme ready to queue up?
No, we don't. I
Is
don't know
it
what
I
happened to
fucked
it.
Matt Best?
No,
You fucked
it's-
Mac Best?
That's in the movie.
Oh,
did you guys
yeah.
watch? Did you make me?
Yes.
Was that the prank? You
I
guys made
did
me
wa-
watch the movie.
Yeah, that was it. That was a
Fucking
prank. That was it.
terrible.
That was-
Hey, so funny story though, right? Like when they were doing their whole Indiegogo fundraising thing, I actually donated to it. I got like a challenge coin, some T-shirts and shit like that.
You would.
I did.
It's like kryptonite for Pogues.
It's funny because it's in the movie, guys.
Generation Kill. Dude, that wasn't Generation Kill too, wasn't it?
What?
That the Kryptonite. I know.
No,
you
it
said
wasn't.
I swear.
I don't
was
think it
both.
was.
All right. Anyway, so you got Tim Kennedy, which he's one of my favorites out of these,
Mhm.
next to Matt Best. What's his name? Fucking Rocco.
Nick
Vargas. Yeah.
Palmis.
Okay.
Parmigiano.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I was talking to Pete about this right before.
Mhm.
Why isn't he on the show?
Who?
Nick Palmas. Isn't he from Illinois?
Yeah. All right. Maybe I shouldn't say what I want to say then. No, I like the guy. I actually love his company, everything he's done. I just don't think he should be putting himself out there a lot of times because it seems like he's faking to be, or he's trying too hard to be funny.
Yeah.
I think he's just.
I
one of
felt like that throughout the whole movie.
Yeah,
the
but if you
entire
ever watch
fucking
like his
movie.
Ranger Up stuff, which I mean, I love his material and content's hilarious. Like it's good stuff, but himself, like, and his shirts are great. I love this company. You know, I don't like talking shit about a guy like that. But
I should have worn a Ranger Up shirt.
Yeah,
I would have. Yeah. I support the company. I support everything he does. It's just it's hard for me to watch him sometimes because I feel like he's trying too hard.
Yeah.
It's just not natural. It doesn't flow like when you watch Matt Best. It's just like, dude, he's
He's got
Nick,
a
if
he's
you
got
wanna
a
see
Because
the
you look
show?
him in the eyes and you're
yeah,
like,
it's
oh,
like, well, Tim Kennedy
so
too.
well,
Like,
you fall, you like stare off dreamily into his eyes.
so they got Danny Trejo was in this. Randy Couture. They both play zombies.
Randy Couture's longtime partner is also in it.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
What's her name? What's her nuts? Pull up some people in there because there's so many I couldn't even.
Oh
list them
yeah,
all.
and you got
Yeah.
Marcus Luttrell.
Yeah.
Keith David.
Leroy Petrie, Clint Romisha. So we had two Medal of Honor.
Dale Dye.
Romache, baby.
Yeah, Dale Dye played the president. He was also a former Marine.
Oh, I didn't know he was former Marine.
Yes, he is.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and then Bill Shatner.
That's
Oh,
right.
God.
The shat. He was there for 4
Rock
seconds.
it, man.
I want to believe that what my $100 at Indiegogo is what got him in.
That's what did it, Pete.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a zombie flick. It's a veteran zombie flick. I love these guys. I love that they try to pull something off like this. And they obviously did it in a way that was meant to be retarded.
And they
you know?
all like shamelessly promoted all their companies too.
Yeah, I
I
very
love
much
that.
Once again, Nick, I'm sorry. I love your company. I love you. It's hard to.
Lead slingers,
I'm being a
whiskey,
dick.
like
I could probably be.
all
I probably shouldn't even say that goddamn thing. Because no, I feel fucking bad about it. You know, because
Kill
this is
Cliff.
how I feel when I see it.
Nick, you're great. If you need, I don't know.
If you need to
Make
get
you
out of a
famous.
ticket, he can help you.
Not anymore.
All right, so kick it off some notes there, Sammy.
So I thought it was decent quality for a low budget film.
Actually, production wise, wasn't
It
bad
was-
for,
it- yeah, it
how
was-
much were they spending? Like
It was $1 million
Yeah, it wasn't a
total.
lot.
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
cheap.
That's real
I think
cheap.
a lot of people did it for free.
Yeah, and I've seen some like B movies, like our friend that used to work at the restaurant.
Yep.
Yeah, Zoolander. Yeah, like some of his movies were pretty bad.
Yeah. Did he do some porn?
He might have.
Some soft porn.
He might have.
Did commercials too.
Well, if you ever heard any of his stories about Hollywood.
Yeah.
I love the fact that it was real vets in it, and even real like wounded vets too.
Oh yeah. Oh man, pull up the list, dude.
Yeah,
Give me all because there's so many in there.
yeah, there are so many of them in there.
Oh, what's the dude with the arm missing? I always forget his name.
Yeah, fuck, I forget.
We were really fucked up on this one. All right, keep going.
Yeah.
with the-
Anyway, the humor in it, pure veteran humor, which I really enjoyed. I mean, it was like being back in the barracks again, and also like playing, the game. Who would you rather fuck?
Right.
Oddly enough, we found out our comm guy would love to fuck Jared Butler in 300. So,
I could see that.
yeah. Who's the abs?
Yeah, most of them are fake though. We know that, right?
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
but he didn't know that.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah.
All right, pull it down.
Again, shameless product placement. Love that. Great campy humor. And we can't forget zombie fucking.
Okay, that was probably one of the funniest fucking things I've ever seen was the zombie fucking. Did you even make it to that part? Because I don't think you watched the whole movie, did you?
I watched it as it was playing in my house while I was there, so I watched it.
Okay, so the zombie fucking, I love that part. I don't know why it's always been a weird fascination to me, like an actual like comedy like horror porn, and that was like right there.
I'm sure
Can we
someone's
rewind
done
it 10 seconds? That was
Comedy.
always a what of your?
Oh, I wanted to always make one of these, like produce one. It's just a comedy horror porn.
Why haven't you done that?
that
yet?
is oddly specific.
Yeah, it's because nobody does it.
Well,
There's
you
no
need a-
reason why.
There's
Well,
a
you need a
rule
makeup
about that.
Yeah,
department.
really? Have you been on fucking the internet? There's a lot of weird shit out there, man. I'm sure.
I'm sure someone's done it.
Get up a Reddit thread or some shit on there.
I'm sure there's a Reddit thread for that too.
Yeah, right.
Rule 34 never fails.
Rule 34. I knew he knew it.
Oh yeah, zombie fucking great. Yeah, it was campy as fuck.
It's basically everyone in that movie is from the Drinking Bros. Like I think that's where they met all of them. Are you guys familiar with that?
Yeah.
It's like their
The
Facebook,
Drinking Bros podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they have like a Facebook group, and that's where I don't know if that's where it started, but like everyone from there is on that Facebook group.
Hey Jonesy, bring up his levels a little bit on the board. Gotcha. He's the chief's a little soft spoken today.
Isn't he soft spoken every day?
I don't have any coffee, so second time I've been on the podcast without coffee.
Well,
One beer.
that's
my
on
own
you.
fault.
All right, so we'll get into some rankings on this one because it's kind of a shit show movie. But
Yeah,
like I said, I love all the guys in it.
I do too. I'd love the humor, but man, it was hard to get through.
Yeah, it really
It
is.
really was.
Let's start with Pete because Pete loves this movie.
Yeah, I give it 4 Hooahs only
I
because
thought this would be your only 5.
No.
Oh, but wait, there's more. Go on.
No, it's just a good cheesy kind of like stupid retarded movie that if you just need to like veg out and just laugh at some crude, horrible humor, there it is.
All right.
Like I love like Matt Best fucking the armless chick behind a dumpster. And the colonel pulls up because that's his daughter. You know,
What the fuck are we doing?
That's
No,
just-
and then he's fucking the other broad behind the same
Right.
dumpster.
God
pulls up,
damn it, not
"God
again."
damn it."
Oh, that was good.
you know,
that
it's
was-
like stupid shit like that. It's just.
Oh, don't get me wrong. There was
and
a
my
lot
hero,
of-
Jared Taylor, you know, as a fellow fat guy, you know, I like totally get Jared. You know,
it definitely had a lot of great moments. You had
Just can't think of a name at the time.
well, yeah, I don't try to think.
well, like the little zombie midget rips off Evan's dick and
Yeah.
like beats him with it.
That was
like,
awesome.
teabags him. Yeah,
That was pretty.
Tim
fucking-
Kennedy ripping the arm off of Zombie.
zombie
Zombie
couture.
couture.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was pretty good.
and fighting him in nothing but boots.
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
See, I might bump it up one now.
Oh.
Fuck, I don't know. See, I keep remembering like, there's just some funny shit there.
There was a
Right.
lot of very
There
funny,
is.
ridiculous bullshit.
Yeah, but
Like
just-
it's meant to be a retarded movie.
Yeah.
You know,
A lot of
like-
fourth wall breaks. Like,
Right.
yeah.
It reminds me of something that like a group of high schoolers would put together, except if they had money and like helicopters and
Once
they were
again,
vets.
Well,
we
again,
are talking
vet-
about veterans,
yeah.
you know, like they
Yeah.
are.
You're right.
It's like when you go into the military out of high school, it's like it never stopped.
all right. Jones also gave it. What'd you give it there?
I gave it a 4.
Oh,
Jesus.
Wow.
See, another 4.
I didn't view it as like a real movie,
Right.
as what you would say like Hollywood. No, this was just a bunch of friends all together making a shitpost video on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes, very
Yeah,
true.
very
okay.
much so.
It's just a collection
What are
of
we calling
shitposts
them now?
thrown
For
together.
what's? Are they still Hooahs?
Who is? Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Who was and Uras for this guy?
And then when we had
Hurrah.
when we had what's it called? Our Air Force buddy. What did he call him? Zooms or some shit.
What is it?
What
Air
did he-
powers or something.
Oh, air power.
Yeah.
That's what he called it. Yeah.
Stupid.
I'll give it 4 air powers. Shout out to you, Tony. Come back on the show.
Jesus. All right. Yeah. Please do. Psalm 3.
Yeah, I gave it 3
Yeah.
because it was just so hard to just watch through it. It really was.
Hey,
it is
3
hard.
Uras is still passing.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
3
Yeah.
out of 5. I mean, I gave it the same.
Mhm.
Same. I don't know what else to fucking say.
Yeah.
Love the guys. Just, ugh, God.
Yeah, guys, it was just hard.
I just want to point out the fact that the last show we watched was Starship Troopers, and I think you've given this movie higher scores all around.
Not true.
No.
No, I think
We might have to go to the tape on that
We
one.
might have to
Jonesy, pull it up.
pull up the tape and just, make sure it's muted though. We don't want it. We don't need to hear it. Just give me a visual on it. And then Chief over here, what did I give you? Oh, you gave it 4. No, I took that away.
I give it 2.
Yeah, 1.5 actually. I think you said. I just like when you put the.
I love it. I just couldn't turn off my brain today. Something about it.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not our. Yeah.
I was reasonably tempted to do like a 2.85 for it.
Oh, that would've been
I
the
still
fun
want to do
graphics.
Restrepo. Would have been a perfect time with Afghanistan going on, but you guys just
Well, no, we
didn't give
did-
me the option.
We did 12 strong.
Oh,
Maybe watch.
I was gonna say the
God forbid I
Outpost.
watch a good movie with you guys.
The Outpost.
Outpost.
Outpost was good,
Outpost is
yeah.
fantastic.
Really good. I mean, it's no Outside the Wire or anything.
Yes. God. One day we'll. I can't. That's another movie I can't get 20 minutes.
Oh
for.
my God, no.
Not even 10.
Jesus, it's so bad.
We'll review it. We'll get on it. We'll do it. Oh, don't pull it up there. Just pull it up off of YouTube.
Oh, gotcha.
All right. Sorry. Yeah, you probably. It's like, what the hell is all this? I didn't show him the. Yeah. Go back. What you're saying? He gave. What do you think he gave Starship Troopers?
I think I gave it at least a 3.5, if not
Oh.
4.
What'd you give it? Do you remember?
I don't.
Let's take
I
some
thought,
guesses.
I
If
thought
we
it
were
was
to
like
gamble
3.5, maybe 4.
All right. It'll be episode. I think episode 4. Is it? I don't know.
3?
You got him memorized.
I remember my.
He
guess.
watches all of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
It
looking
gets
at
our
myself.
viewership numbers
Yeah, it's like
up.
click, 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 click,
boosting
click,
it.
click, click. Yeah, just mute. Yeah, mute it. All right, now fast forward over. Yeah, that's it. We'll get it. We'll see here, and then blow it up on the mini screen or something. All right, yeah, we're getting there. All right, let that the boofering.
Why the
All
fuck
right.
did I wear a polo? Did I actually care?
Yeah, it was a really
Yeah.
nice polo. I kept
Yeah, it
touching
was
it.
very
too.
nice, yeah.
Okay, Pete,
All right.
less. 3.5. That's
Three-
what I
three
thought.
and a half.
Yeah.
All right, looking there. All right, look at that's a nice polo. All right, Scotty gave it 2.5. Wow, that's the lowest rating
Yeah.
we've had on there. All right, and then Sam 2.5.
I was right.
Yep.
You're right.
It's
you
so
did
down
give
to
it-
you.
Fuck.
You gave wow.
Wow.
So you gave it a half star more,
Yeah, I did.
or half a Hooah.
And then what'd you give it? Let's see what the.
I think I gave it too much. I think I was.
Well, if
I was
you're,
feeling
I
generous.
think
that
you
day.
did it 4.
Yeah, I was feeling generous that day.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, kill it. All right. Well, what a shitty movie. Well, I don't know. It's good, but it wasn't.
It's a lovably
Yeah.
hateable movie.
Yeah.
Well,
right?
it had a
there's
little
some-
bit more humor in it than Starship Troopers.
It's yeah.
I feel if I smoked the devil's lettuce, I would enjoy that movie.
Why
a lot
are you
more.
not allowed to?
Let's see. Being a cop and in the army. is
But it's
kinda
legal
fucking-
now.
Pending the legal justice. I gotta come up with some stupid saying that I just say every time you ask me a question.
Oh, did I ever tell you that there was a guy who lit up a joint in the bar while I was closing down one night?
Nice.
Yeah, I walked up. I'm like, "What the fuck, dude?" He's like, "What? It's legal now." I'm like, "Yes, but it's still illegal to smoke inside."
You can go outside and do it. Or your private residence. What's the rule on that?
Huh?
You're a cop. What's the rule? Where can you smoke weed?
you can't smoke it in your car while you're driving. 'cause
No,
that's
I mean,
too
you
bad.
like just
in your
smoke on-
house.
Just that's it. Just on your
How can you
private
do it in
property.
public?
Yeah, I don't think it was. Anywhere
Yeah,
in public,
have you
right?
walked the streets of Chicago?
Well,
That's why I said I don't know the rules because the rules don't apply in Chicago. How
yeah,
about
we're
that?
gonna get into that in a little bit here.
Uh,
All right, so it's actually it's a smoke pit time. All right. Chief P's back. We're gonna get some questions going here. Yeah, you look him up. Who gives a shit?
Out.
Did it last?
the blinders
on. All right, we're gonna start off with a few AGR questions here first. Sure. It's active guard reserve. That's the full-time reservist, basically, or full-time guardsman.
Yes.
Because every reserve or guard unit needs like a full-time staff to be there to hold our hands until we show up every month.
And do the real work so that when we leave on Monday, it's someone else's problem.
Well, it's because even reservists need heroes.
That's right. And this chief right here is my hero. Before he was AGR, even.
Oh,
Yeah.
Before he was a chief.
Before he was a chief. Nah. When he became chief, it's like,
Chief was it. Chief was
like,
it.
I was pretty cool with him when he was just an NCO, but then, man, when he made chief, I was like, oh, I really like this guy.
I need you in my pocket.
Yeah, I'd be
He's
like,
my hero.
Oh, you're leaving though? Yeah, because we don't like fucking chief slots in there.
I tried to stay there. Why would I try to stay there? And I tried to stay there.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't stay
No.
there either.
You love that spot.
I do. I own it. I put money
Oh,
down.
you didn't want competition? Okay.
All right, so a couple questions. Why are you leaving the CPD and going to the AGR?
So,
If you don't mind.
for the
said nothing
first,
was
without
off
getting
limits.
into my dissatisfaction with the job of being a police officer, big thing is family. I work midnights, rotating days off. AGR, I will have obviously nights, long days, same thing, kind of the stuff, but it's definitely more predictable. I think that's the thing that kind of killed it for the police department last year. I worked with the military and the police department. There was a span last summer where I worked it was something like 45 days straight. And that was it's not the kind of work-life balance I want. And then, I don't know if I mentioned on the last podcast, me and my wife had our first daughter.
Yes.
And,
Well, I know. But
yeah, and that's kind of the big factor there is I don't want to
So
I want to
you-
raise her in the city. I don't want to have that lifestyle either.
So you love your family more than work?
It's a crazy experience because I've never loved anything as much as I love that little girl.
yeah, kids are awesome
Yeah.
All right.
until they get older.
And then, are you going to ask me about my dissatisfaction with the job, or is this where we're going to it?
We'll get into that in a minute. Here, I
Okay,
just want to
okay.
actually a couple questions about the AGR.
Yeah.
especially for a chief here. What's the process to get an AGR in your situation? You just fill out a packet and they took you.
Yeah, so it's filling out a packet. Your packet goes through a review process. One of the people who I kind of got lucky. One of the people who was looking through the packet knew my work, knew what I did, and kind of we want him in the program. He didn't even know. I didn't even call him or let him know I was going in or anything. He just saw it. And he's like, this is the type of person you want. And I'm like, cool. I tend to work hard, or at least try to.
Yeah, let your work be your business card, right?
Yeah, kind of, and it worked out in my case. I'm very adamant about in the police department, people with phone calls are the people with people who know bosses and stuff, and I've never made a phone call in the police department.
Right.
This one came to me.
No bites at a golden apple, eh?
I don't know, and that's kind of the way I like it. I'd rather my work do the talking, and
Right.
in this case it did, and I kind of looked out in that aspect.
Cool. Now, do you get any choices where you want to go in this, or is it just where the Army needs you?
So there was this was just kind of where the Army needs me.
Okay.
And I looked out, I think.
Typically, did they give you options where you want to?
Next placement, I'll get an option. So
Okay.
I could have said no to where I was selected to go, but then I would have got put at the bottom of the list, and basically I would have had to win through how many ever packets there were.
Just a lot of chiefs trying to get over there.
Yeah, I think
Fort
there was-
Polk,
yeah, there was a
Louisiana,
lot.
it is.
I would have done it.
Speaking
honestly,
of you, when's the Chief 3 coming?
2 years now. I got to go through my
Jesus Christ.
ALC or whatever they're calling it now. I think they're changing the name.
We
of
probably
it.
talked about it last time, but I was too drunk to remember.
Yeah, so it's I'm
Shocking.
a little bit of ways out. It's I forget what the promotion schedule is, but I'm happy where I'm at, man. I mean,
hey, I'm not.
yeah. and
That's
then
still awesome.
yeah,
And at the end of the day, I mean, you still have to do what's right for you and what's right for your family.
that's it, 100%.
You know, and you know, knowing the lifestyle of, you know, living in a law enforcement, you know, life and whatever else, man, it's challenging. Like,
And-
especially nowadays. I mean, I come from a different generation than, you know, when you've been working, right? But it's like,
Well,
yeah,
I think that's my biggest issue. I came on kind of in the transition to where we came from and
Mhm.
where we are now. And I came on, and you know, I got told by one of the old timers, like, kid, you don't have to do much, but at least come in with something. You know, come in with 2 parkers, come in with a traffic stop, come in with
Right.
something, do something. You know, don't just be that guy that's collecting a paycheck and not doing anything. For,
yeah,
you
bringing
know,
in zeros at checkoff.
Yeah, bringing in
Wait.
zeros. I don't want to.
You don't have to do anything as a cop.
They can't legislate that. No.
Right,
So,
because it's a
there's-
quota
there's
system
no
if
quotas.
you do.
Yeah. So Illinois, you can't do any of that.
Fuck, I should have gone that route.
But nowadays it's honestly the opposite. You're sitting there. You're told like don't do anything.
Right.
You know.
You don't want to get
Keep
involved in
yourself safe.
situations that are either going to
And-
fuck your career or, you know,
Yep,
your
and-
livelihood, your family, and, you know,
And
everything you've worked hard for.
I didn't buy into that, and I think that was my biggest problem. I didn't buy into that. I didn't listen to some of the more experienced officers saying like you're going to get jammed up. You're going to see your friends get jammed up.
Yep.
And you know I'm seeing it now. I'm seeing, you know, I'm not going to go into names of who. I'm thankfully not involved in any of that, but
Yeah.
I can see where if I was in a situation like that, I would have done the exact same thing, and I
Yeah.
would have been.
And I had a lot of friends that were, you know, callback Rangers and, you know, still stuck down there.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, you know, you've just spent the last 10 years in callback because they're just fucking you over, you know?
Yep.
It's not worth it anymore.
Okay, we skipped a little bit past things I want to, but we're flowing with it. Let's go into the cop thing a little
yeah.
bit more.
Yeah.
Because fuck the AGR shit. That's boring. It's fucking. You're a reservist full time. Good for you. All right. So, why'd you want to become a cop, though? Like, what was the main?
A lot of it just stemmed down to whether I want to admit it or not. I kind of miss military. I miss that camaraderie. I did not find it in the police department in the slightest. Kind of because I went to an older district.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, I'd be the first one to admit that. People think I'm ashamed of that. I got lucky and I didn't even realize it because I tried to go to one of the faster districts, and I could have seen myself gotten in trouble or gotten hurt or whatever case if that had been the case. Because I actually care. I wanted to do like I said, it's kind of my personality.
You are kind of a not kind of. You are a good guy, but Boy Scout-ish.
Right.
You know?
But here's one of the things I was
Yeah.
always telling my, you know, rookies and stuff as, you know, we were doing FTO. It's like, you know, as a young guy, you go out there and, you know, you're chasing gunfights and blowjobs, right? But very soon you're going to realize that you need to slow down and protect yourself because,
Yep.
you know, yes, it's nice to go out and work and get all, you know, all your pinches and all your box 1 arrests and all this other stuff. But then, you know, at some point it's going to catch up with you.
Well, good thing
And
he's
good, bad,
older.
or indifferent is going to jam you up.
Yeah, you were older when you joined.
I wasn't that much older than most of the people.
How old were you when you signed up?
I was only 24, 25.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
No, it's-
So like, all right.
Yeah.
That's still, I give you a little more credit at that point than
Yeah,
the
there's not too
21-year-olds,
many.
You know?
When I came on, though, remember the job was super competitive. If you wanted to be a Chicago police officer, they're hiring. So when I came on, it's funny. Me and some of the guys I came on with, we joke. We're like, man, when we came on, we had to walk to McCormick because when we went there, like we had to go to McCormick. We had to
Right.
pay this fine to take the test, which was cheap, but it was still like $50. So
Yep.
if you know you're a starving kid, you couldn't really afford it.
Man, they make some money off that because there's like thousands of people in there, right?
Yeah, and it was one day, and if you missed it, you couldn't proceed. You had to go to McCormick, and it's funny because you had to pay to park
Yep.
or pay to take the transportation. You had to pay to check your jacket, so you ended up spending like $100 just to take the stupid test the day of.
Yeah.
My God.
And now it's funny. We were looking at now they're having like multiple days. You can take the test from like 8 different locations. Like,
Well, one of them's like a library too.
yeah,
right?
they're not getting enough people to become cops.
Right.
And it's
Oh, I wonder why.
well,
Well, yeah, we're gonna get into that in a minute.
the scary thing is the city's going to get the type of cops that they want, and good luck with that because I won't be there to see the havoc that comes from it.
So
Yeah.
okay, which brings me, why'd you choose CPD or instead of like going out to the burbs or something? Is it
It's
what you
Pete's going to
wanted?
laugh at me at this, but I thought I wanted to be the real police. I wanted to go.
Yep.
I didn't want to do something, you know, where I'm writing traffic tickets to good people. I wanted to protect people. I wanted to. I'm-
Gunfights and blowjobs.
Yeah, and I'm so disenfranchised
You know?
by this right now.
Chris
Like, just
Kyle
hearing
over
myself. No, honestly,
No,
hearing
no,
myself
I know.
talk about it is so
it's
like.
true.
It's like, what the fuck was I thinking?
Yeah.
Like, I could have went to, you know.
It's honorable as fuck. I wouldn't be.
Right.
It is. I was chasing the fun. I was chasing, you know, helping people, but like.
Yeah. No, I get it
Yeah.
because I was in the same, you know, frame of mind. I just chose different options because it's really who made the first phone call,
Yeah.
who gave me the first opportunity. But yeah, like I said, as a young guy, you know, those gunfights and blowjobs, you want to get all the hooah shit out, right? And then you realize and start seeing how things really work.
Well, the problem is
just-
I still want to do the gunfights and blowjobs, but I can't because it's you can't do anything.
Yeah, you're not in an environment that's supportive
Yeah.
of you doing real police work. And I totally get the whole real police thing, because that's everything that I always heard being at my department was, working with Chicago guys all the time. It's like, oh, we're the real police guy. It's like, dude, we're literally on the same arrest right now, asshole.
Fuck you.
Right? Well, it's not that Mickey Mouse bullshit. Like, well, dude, we're literally locking up the
Why
same
was it a
fuckhead.
Polish? Are all Chicago police officers Polish?
In his neighborhood.
Most of them are.
Yeah.
Northwest side, yeah.
Right.
Stashu
No, they
neighborhood
just
there.
live in my neighborhood, right?
Yeah. All right, which okay, so we're talking about
Yeah,
the processing joining.
It's funny too because I want to bring something up.
Yeah.
Like when my lieutenant was, I kind of explained to him what was going on. I'm like, hey, I'm going on these orders because I had full-time order or like active duty orders for like 2 months, 3 months earlier this year. I'm like, hey, this is going on, but I got my AGR application in and it's looking pretty good. Like I might get hired. And he's like, oh, and he's asking me, he's like, well, why do you want to do that? He was a Marine back in the day. And I'm like, well, look at it this way. Like if I die on this job, I'm okay with that. I end up, on a cereal box and everything. But if I don't, the last thing I want to see is my daughter seeing me getting dragged away in handcuffs for something that's either completely justified or a split-second decision that, could have went either way.
okay.
And that's really it. Is I'll die for somebody. I'm not going to be turned into a villain and demonized.
It's just
by-
happening
yeah.
a lot.
Right.
these
That's
days.
the issue. I don't care about dying. I care about, everyone knows my character, and I have no qualms with going to war with anyone on that. Like, there's not too many people who can say bad things about
Jonesy,
me.
get the Sharp poster up.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna start stroking him over here.
OTPHJ.
Oh.
There it is.
Oh,
Oh yeah, you gotta block out the hand job.
that's
You like that?
Clever.
He's on point.
I like it. I'm going to jail for that.
He scrolled through like all of them.
Yeah, we just kept going. It's great. I kept talking to Joey. Anyway, wow, okay, I just want to pitch your nipple a bit. Wow, those are nice.
Boom, there it is.
Wow.
Oh, we got the next one up.
Damn,
Yeah.
that's a nice one. Oh, damn, those are nice. Okay. You're getting me all verklempt over here. All right, so I just kind of want to go through a little bit of the process of. Okay, you said you're at McCormick, you applied all that shit. Once you get actually hired, the hired on part, because it's a long process to actually become a cop.
Yeah, it's
fucking grueling.
It's not grueling. It's,
Well, I mean,
you're
it's
just sitting there
annoying.
waiting.
Just waiting.
Yeah.
Waiting. It's annoying. You got to go test this, test that.
There's a psych. I actually have I'll say a friend because I don't want to
Yeah, whatever.
reveal his position. He's going through a process now, and he's kind of the shotgun approach where he's just applying to as many departments in the first one that calls him, and it's still taking him forever,
Right.
because you have. It depends on where you're going. Sorry, it depends on where you're going. If you're going to, like some departments might have like psych interview. Well, I think they all do psychs. Isn't that?
I think
correct?
so.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you have your psychs, but some of them want to do like in-person interviews with the chief or maybe a detective or so on and so forth.
Or have like a full review board
Yeah,
too.
I've heard of those, and those do not like they try to make it like a military board, and it's just like you don't really. It's
No.
okay, but
It's just to weed out. You know,
yeah, and I'm sure they
which-
weed out a lot of people, but right now they can't hire anyone. So
Right.
actually, the suburbs aren't having issues; they're just hiring all the Chicago cops that are fleeing like roaches.
But
Like,
even with
I'm
that,
out.
Yeah.
even with that, just out of curiosity, I knew I went on to theblueline.com. You wouldn't believe how many positions are open everywhere.
Yep.
And they're paying relatively well. I
Not
mean,
just in
it's-
Illinois. It's not an Illinois thing. Even with a lot of laws that
Yeah.
got passed that kind of make police criminal.
Well, a lot of shit. Where I want to
Even
break stuff
everyone.
up a little bit, but a lot of stuff has happened in the last couple of years here. That a lot of cops are
Right.
looked at as
But I
pieces
mean,
of shit.
OG,
so-
I mean, you even know. I mean, you were working at Side Job for me earlier in the year.
Yeah.
And, we're escorting the one guy out. And even that, just as security guys, they're crying out, George Floyd this, Like, literally, this guy was being a piece of shit.
I love when they do it to security guards because I'm friends at one of the hospitals that I won't mention. And this hospital, the security guards, they don't give a crap. They're like getting paid like $10 an hour. They're like, dude, I will throw you against a wall, get fired, and not bat an
But
eye.
yeah, like-
Please don't tip.
CPD's out there with us, like just hanging
Yeah.
out, and they're just like, "Hey, you got it, cool, all right." Like they don't give a shit. Like you're taking care of these drunks, yeah. It's fun, dude. Busting up Polacks, I love that, man. I hate my people. I'm Uncle Tom when it comes to Polacks.
Wow.
Well,
Whoa.
what? You can't say
Whoa.
Uncle.
Jesus.
Wow, that's somehow a bad thing.
I don't know anymore. I don't know what's bad or good.
Yeah,
That's
right.
why I'm,
Everything's. It's Semper Hooah.
everything's good.
We're rolling the
Well,
dice here every episode.
I mean, I
okay?
can tell you for a fact that like all the beat cops in my neighborhood where I work and stuff like
Oh,
that,
yeah.
it's the same thing. Like a lot of them are just
My-
very disillusioned.
My old partner went down there, and she's got less time on me, and she's already, if not more jaded than me, like just in the same level of like, what is going on?
Yeah, I
You
mean,
know.
I was talking with a woman that there was this little street fest going on in front of the bar I work at, and it was like you could just tell, and like every single one of them that I talked to, it's just like You know, they can't do anything about the local drunk
Well, we
in
have
our
a
neighborhood.
we have a foot chase policy now.
Yeah.
you can't.
Yeah, you
like,
can't chase on foot.
Yeah. I thought you couldn't chase at all.
Well, the cars
there's
before.
a policy. I don't even. They give us training and they're like, okay, you understand this, now go and do it. Like, dude, it's online training. It's like the equivalent of like, I don't know. Do you guys have like in the military like your stupid like PowerPoints that you have? to
Oh
do?
yeah, totally.
Did you guys do like the what was it, the cyber awareness challenge? Did you ever do those?
I think you got out before they started.
Yeah, that wasn't because like social media and all that shit wasn't.
So it's
really
similar
much
to
of a thing when I
those,
was
like
in.
where it's just that format, but it's dumbed down. So it's like just
So it's like you're paying it for those that aren't in any of this. You're like a video game kind of.
no,
Or-
it's
or it's-
worse. It's
yeah.
just somebody reading it and you can't skip it. Like I read faster than this dude talks. Like, and now we will talk about blah 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 blah, and you're falling asleep the entire time. So it's made for. It's almost made so you don't
Honestly,
understand it on purpose.
That's exactly what it's like to go through a ServSafe course or like Bassett for
Oh,
alcohol
yeah, yeah.
sale.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
the
exactly.
same
Those are
fucking
easy
thing.
as shit. Dude, I took one of those.
Yeah, they're easy as shit, but you literally have to sit there for 5 fucking hours.
Now,
and
just
let-
think about this
165
as
for
doing
chicken.
criminal law or something like that, and you're going through a course like this, right? And it's mind-numbing retardation,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But and between all the policies, and then also, let's be honest, the leadership is not there, right?
Oh no way! In
So
Chicago? No
merit
way.
promotions and all this other stuff.
The problem is, and I don't blame bosses. Bosses are scared just the same. Like, obviously, there's some people that just shouldn't be police officers. Some bosses
Just
shouldn't,
like there should be some soldiers.
shouldn't be police officers. Like, or leadership shouldn't be police officers, let alone leadership. And they
I
still
think it's
get.
like every job. There's some people
Yeah,
that should
of
be
course,
a
and
garbage
that's,
man
and that's
or a
to be
bartender.
expected. But you end up with like, it's a little bit more high stakes in this thing, and now you have a political climate where everyone's scared for their job that they're going to get replaced, fired, or they're going to lose their cush little spot at headquarters because they said or did the wrong thing or they didn't follow along with this.
Mhm.
And yeah, I mean, that's where we're at.
Before we go on, I just love that I keep seeing Jones with like sharp things everywhere. He's like, "Are you getting him already?" It's like all he's doing. It's like
Just 8
he's
different
not
sharps.
researching anything with the Chicago Police Department at all. Getting ready to queue up, he goes just sharp because he's gonna touch his dick at some point. I can see it. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Anyway,
My biggest thing I think about the city and the department and all that other stuff is, Jack Nicklaus is the Joker when he's going through town. He's like, this
Nicholson.
town needs an enema.
I don't want to sympathize or say that I understand the Joker, but yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
before we're getting all right, a little ahead of where I wanted to. 'cause
Well,
that's-
steer the conversation
Yeah,
here, Matt.
I'm
Best.
trying.
I mean, what?
I'll take it, but nowhere near. I need some more roids. All right, well, what I want to finish off just like the joining thing, like getting there, like
okay.
I want to get through like
Before
the
we get to the exit, we got to talk about how you got in.
yeah, I want to actually hear a little bit actually
Yeah.
about the police academy. Like
Okay.
that. I want to know how tough the police academy was. I'm curious because
Was it like the movies?
It was really hard. I struggled greatly with. No,
Nothing.
No.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Like,
So it was
I
like
mean,
the movies.
They try to smoke you, and it was I will say that the instructors that I had when I went through were pretty good. The gym staff, like, they smoked dog piss out of you, but
Yeah.
I've gotten smoked. I've been yelled at, and I don't know. Maybe it was because I was more. I don't want to say more respected, but they knew I was military. I'm not going to do anything stupid. So it wasn't difficult for me.
So rank this one here: basic, warrant officer, candidate school, and police academy. Hardest first.
All around, including like mental toughness, all this other stuff. Warrant officer school is the hardest, basic training second, and police academy is right after my kindergarten class. And
Nice. So it's pretty fucking.
yeah,
Chill.
it's 6 months. Like the shooting part,
Oh,
if
shit,
you're
it's
not,
that long, huh?
yeah. So if you're not good at shooting, like that's something you should go do.
Is that
If you're
straight through.
Yeah.
Oh wow! So you just continue. Wow, you were gone for 6 months for that.
Well, you get weekends off.
yeah,
and
weekends
it's-
off. It's not like
And you drive into the academy.
yeah, it's at
Okay.
Jackson and Loomis down on West Loop. Really nice area.
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays.
So you're just doing a 9 to 5 every day, and then
It was-
you stay at actually barracks there or some shit, or
No, you go
you
home.
go home.
every
You go
day.
home every day.
Yeah.
No, it's like going to college.
So it's literally okay. All right.
Now, when you go to like state police academy or go to PTI
yeah,
or
that's
stuff,
different.
that's
I've
different.
heard
'cause
Police
it's resident.
Academy, the state
It's like a
one.
real police
Yeah.
academy. So you're there for what's like a real boot type
Mhm.
thing.
Yeah, they release you for weekends, but you
Get
got to be
furloughed.
back in.
Yeah, so going through it is not difficult. Like there's a shooting component that was the one thing that I really took away from and I really like focused on was law because that's again
That's what's gonna
if-
jam you up.
Yeah, if I get fired, I don't
Knowing
care as long as I don't go to jail.
penal codes
I don't
and
really
whatnot.
care. You know, I'm smart enough.
Penile code.
Yes.
Penile codes.
Yeah.
Penile codes.
Penile codes.
Of course, I made this. Hey,
Yeah. Oh, we
he-
got the sharp right
yeah, I was like, Jesus, he's over here on sharp sites left and right, but he doesn't cue it up. There we go.
As soon as I get in the zone, it should be like a. You should get like a tracker, so it just automatically pass this area towards the guest. The
We
sharp
should have just like a
like
little tracker.
automatically
Sharp
just, like,
complaints
pop up.
from this episode. Ding.
You get your victim advocate already ready to go.
So then you do your 6 months.
Mhm.
You wanted to go into this how to get in. So you do your 6 months,
Yeah.
and then you do FTO status, which is in Chicago is 1 month per FTO with 3 FTOs.
Okay.
Generally, you can fuck up and
FTO.
field training officer. So
Oh.
generally, somebody who just wanted a pay bump and doesn't know anything about the job.
I was gonna say full time
In my
off.
experience,
Yep.
yeah.
Shows you where all the holes are.
The Chicago, if you want to fix your police department, fix your FTO program.
Yep.
Ooh.
They don't.
Chief Parker Center right here.
Yeah, at this point, all I am is honest.
Hey, that's fine. I mean, you're taking off there. Fuck 'em.
And it's funny because I know a lot of good FTOs and a lot of FTOs that care about going, but my experience was not that.
Hmm.
All right, so like you get to you finish that shit off. That's cool. You get to your department, whatever your
District.
District,
Oh,
yep.
sorry, we're not a fucking cop guy. Sorry. Yeah. All right. Where were you at, by the way?
So my first summer I spent in the 9th District, which is like Bridgeport, Chinatown, and then like the north side of Inglewood.
So for those people that
Regulars.
don't live in Chicago, what kind of neighborhood is that? Would you say on?
It's one of the most varied areas in Chicago. So you have Chinatown.
Yeah.
You have Back of the Yards, which is heavy with Hispanic games. Rods and Saints run down there. You have North Inglewood, which is just
that part I know.
Yeah, you know that.
That one I know very well.
Then you have like Canaryville, which is like hillbilly white trash. In areas, there's obviously this is generalizing, and then you have Bridgeport, which is like Daly's old stomping ground.
There's
and,
white
like,
trash Chicago. That was just all yuppie.
I didn't know that until I went there. Canaryville is really cool. Actually, I kind of like the area. I actually thought moving there, but it's changed too much. I don't know if I.
Okay.
I haven't been there in a while. So I did. That was my first summer on the job after I was off my FTOs. I did my FTOs in Austin neighborhood. I'm sure you're familiar with that.
Yep.
I did it in the 6th District. I don't know what they call that. It's just south of Inglewood. Pretty rough area as well. Mostly black demographics, so a lot of black gangs there. And then I did 25, which is like just it's north of Belmont but south of Austin. So
Okay.
on kind of the western end of Chicago. Mostly Hispanic. You get some white on the west end and black on the south end.
It's crazy how that city's just so
It's ve-
segregated.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well,
It's insane.
it's not that way anymore. It's definitely changed. I think the segregation is going away, which is a good
Good.
thing. In
A lot of areas are getting really gentrified and stuff like
Well,
that.
you've got
over
a
there.
lot of fucking white people that are just coming in there and doing stupid shit.
spending
And-
way too much money. Do you
The
want to know what my
neighborhood where my
property
bar is.
taxes did this year?
Hmm.
Doubled.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So were you on a beat though, or did you get like a squad, like a car, or do you actually do a beat?
Nobody walks anymore.
Really?
No, they ride bikes.
Yeah, the
Okay.
downtown. Like I would.
That's
so
still a beat. All right.
so then I finished my. I mentioned before.
it.
How do you get to ride the horsies for?
You got to know something.
Yeah, that's a phone call.
Yeah,
It's a
it's
phone
a phone
call?
call like I mentioned before.
Really? Huh?
Oh yeah.
So.
Go on. I was thinking of that riot when the guy stole the cop horse.
Oh, you're talking about the.
In the mic. Yeah, remember that when the guy stole the horse, the cop
In
horse?
Chicago?
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
he's like-
over
he was
the
like,
summer?
It was pretty funny. It was
Oh,
right
I
after
don't
the
remember.
riots and shit last year.
Are you
And
talking about the what is it
No,
called?
not the rider
cowboy?
guy, not the cowboy rider.
Oh.
This guy literally just ganked the fucking horse.
How? I've
and
never seen.
records it going, yeah, motherfucker, I stole the horse. And he's running down the street. And everyone's like cheering. It was hilarious. I give the guy props, dude. You steal
It
the
was
horse?
funny as fuck.
That's the best
man.
GTA shit ever.
But then he got his ass whooped.
Yeah, but
Oh.
whatever. Like, you got the video of him?
Oh my god!
I'm gonna have to try
How
to
do I
find the
miss this
video.
stuff?
Yeah,
Like,
how
I'm a
did you not
policeman.
Because you were working that night.
Yeah, 'cause
Oh, it
either
looks
that
like
or
they may
I
have taken
just
the
don't-
video down.
Damn, it was so
It
good.
was such a good one. Well, they probably had to take it down because he's probably getting prosecuted.
It was so
Yeah.
good. He's like, I stole this horse.
That's got to be some sort of obscure felony that nobody knows about.
I mean, I was like, during all that shit, I thought that was the funniest thing ever. If you're going to do something during all like the rioting, protesting, all that bullshit that was going
I
on
always
at that time,
wondered where they keep the shotgun on the horse.
right up there.
You have to lift the
Ew.
tail.
You got it?
Yeah, I got the video.
Oh, okay, turn it down. Oh, Jesus. Or make sure the
While,
desktop.
while he's doing that, you
Give the
know,
video
I always
up
came up with a great invention, patent pending. You know how like the police cars have the light bars and stuff, so we were gonna do LED hoof or like horseshoes for the hoofs.
like the Nikes.
Yeah.
Street
I
glow?
like it.
Street glow for.
Wee you, wee you.
All right, hit this shit up. Bring it up.
You gotta put
Full
it on the
screen it.
monitor there. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Get some audio with that.
It's gonna be really low right now, but
All right.
I don't want to blow anyone's ears
Yeah.
out.
Work your way up to it.
Unmute up there, though. Oh, I got it. I got it.
He stole a whole ass fucking horse.
Turn up the main volume on the desktop.
Is that Lake Street?
That looks like Lake Street. Wait, was he using GPS?
Play it again. One more time.
Oh, that's.
One more time. It's
I'm embarrassed for our city.
Was he using?
No, this was hilarious.
Yeah, it's funny, but
I know.
Is that Google Maps or Waze?
No,
I
one more
think
time.
he was
Play that
using
again.
Wait. Oh, you want to see it
Oh,
again?
fuck yeah, absolutely. It's too good. I stole from the police.
I think that's Lake Street.
Oh, that's Waze. I heard that bleep. That's Waze.
That's bleep.
Or Wave.
I stole from the police. I love it. Oh, I love it. I love it. That's awesome. All right. Police reported ahead. Awesome.
There's so many questions. How did he steal a police horse?
Yeah, I mean, like, did
When you
just,
gotta
like-
pee, you gotta pee.
Yeah,
Well, they didn't put it in park.
You know?
Didn't
Yeah,
take the
right.
keys with them.
That's fucking awesome.
I remember when I did the bike training for the police department. They told me if your bike ever gets stolen, you're gonna like take days and get fired for it. I was like,
The bike training. I gotta hear about
yeah,
this.
that was actually fun. That was like one of the cooler.
Yeah.
courses.
Did they teach you how to do
21
like
Jump
maneuvers
Street.
down like alleys and shit like that? Like
They teach you like it was actually might have been the most challenging portion of the police academy.
Okay, so did you do like the IPIMBA course, which is the Illinois Police Mountain Bike Association or whatever else, or did you do the?
fuck.
We
Oh, yeah,
don't.
yeah.
This is
All
where
right, I
tax
work.
dollars go to.
I work for the Chicago Police
No,
Department.
I know, but
We don't spend money on anything. Other
Was
than,
it
like,
that style, or was it just like the crowd control bike training for?
No, I mean we rode bikes. We rode them for like one day. We rode them like 8 hours. It was freaking. I was exhausted.
Okay,
And
because
then
like
we
the
did-
IPIMBA course is like a full 40-hour week.
Yeah, we did. I actually did two 40-hour weeks.
Holy shit.
Yeah, there's one to like a familiarization. I think. I don't know, dude. This was
Riding a bike
6 years ago.
All right, it's been since you're like 5. Can you do this?
Yeah, but you're shooting off the bike. You're,
Yeah.
you're
Oh
doing
shit! Oh,
four-
that great. That's the cool.
I learned. You learned how to do takedowns off a bike,
Yep.
which I would never do because I'd immediately go to
That
jail or
seems
get
pretty
sued or something. But like effective takedowns from a
Riding
bike.
down
if
the
you're chasing
stairs.
someone.
I have
and
so
all that
many.
shit.
Yeah, I've fucking flipped my
I've
ass
flipped
on a
my
bike. Yep.
Or they make you go like full speed, like
Like,
full out.
Don't
and
use a
then
brake when you go down. Fuck you. But I
Right.
learned why you don't use a brake when you're going down.
The one where I ate shit was you literally have to go full speed on the bike, dismount, and start chasing the suspect. Right?
We don't chase.
Well,
You're not allowed to.
again,
Not even on a bike.
we're a generational difference here, right? But it's like your legs are just complete fucking jelly, so everybody eats shit on that one.
We did something similar where we had to ride up a hill, and then that might have been what it was. Yeah, we had to ride up a hill, and then I think we had to get in a foot. It was the dumbest shit ever, but I think that's something we did.
Oh, that sounds exhausting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh.
And that was the same day where we did like the 8-hour bike training.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Death before dismount, baby.
Yeah. Crazy. Got any videos of that shit there, Jonesy?
For
Chicago police bike training. Yeah. I'm sure it's somewhere. I love getting recorded.
Is it anything
for
like
just,
the
like,
his face is
just the dumbest shit ever. Like
What about that Segway training that they were doing in like
Find
Malaysia?
that video.
So we always had this one guy who worked out of 18, and his favorite thing at 7 in the morning was riding his fucking Segway, and just riding Parkers, and that's all he would do is just nonstop.
Not to be off topic, but I'm just looking at his face, Jonesy's face when he was like angry. He looks like Krieger from fucking.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, when he's got that side profile. His side profile looks like
Yeah.
Krieger. Pull up a picture, Krieger.
Is he still? Are you still in? I don't know why I can't.
He's still in. That's why I just call him
I'm
Jonesy.
just curious what the.
Even though he gave his like rank up the fucking
the
first day
beard
he
is
was
fucking awesome.
here. I know it is. Well, you know,
we don't talk about myself without a beard.
yeah.
It doesn't
It's
exist.
just drill. He shaves it off, dude. That fucker could grow right back.
Yeah,
up.
that's an impressive beard. I didn't think you had it in
Picture of
you,
Krieger.
man. That's awesome.
We'll get a camera on you one day.
You should go for like that Norse waiver for facial hair.
Norse.
Krieger from
Let the hair grow out.
Like the
Yeah.
amount of
There it
people
is.
that just. You know the funniest.
There's Jonesy. That's what he looks like right now.
Yes.
There's
I don't want to get too political, but one of the funniest things is the amount of people that won't get the vaccine because of like they're like, oh, blah, blah, blah. Do you know how much stuff the military? Like I respect your right to choose, but at the end of the day, you're in the military. The amount of stuff that they stick me with, I don't even know anymore. When I walk through basic training, they just went,
Yep.
like a line. They could
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
look,
That's why I don't think I ever get sick.
Yeah, I'm
Right.
pretty good all the time.
This means
we're all gonna die in the next 10 years, but we don't get sick.
What's that, Jonesy?
How many 100 milligrams of penicillin did we get shoved in?
Oh, I forgot about that. The
Favorite
horse
shot.
Not
Right in
this
the butt
guy.
cheeks, man.
Not
Oh, he's
this
allergic.
guy.
Oh, you didn't get the peanut butter shot?
He's
Lucky
Hell
you.
no. I'm allergic.
I'm allergic to it. Okay.
Actually, that's the only one I didn't mind because it's just in your ass. It doesn't. Just the weird part is
It's just a lump in
Sharp.
my ass.
Get the sharp up quick.
that didn't come out that right when I said it like that. But
I don't
anyway,
mind it. I'm used to
It's
that.
better than
No,
getting your core
it's
body
weird
checked
how it,
with
like,
a silver bullet.
it spreads through your cheeks.
It's
a little
not
bit.
helping you. Your words are not getting better. You just
It's 2021. I could take it up the ass if I want. It's okay. What are you gonna do about it?
you can. I'm just
can,
saying.
right?
If that's what you want.
Why we celebrate was it 10 years. Don't ask, don't tell anymore. It's gone. 10 years
Gone?
now. They celebrated
10
that.
years, a couple days ago, right?
I might have known you now for 10 years.
Yeah, around that time. So
Yes, that's when he came out of the closet.
get ready for it.
He's
He's off. I already is. He's a little.
Is that a rate?
Wait, why did
that a
that look like the
seabird?
umbrella logo from Resident Evil?
That's why I picked it.
Pull that one back.
Nice. That is the umbrella.
umbrella.
It's Umbrella Corporation.
All right, we got way off.
Oh
topic.
shit! Now we know what that vaccine's for.
All right, so back to the Chicago police here. No, what's your true thoughts about the department though?
The what?
The actual department. What's your overall?
Assessment?
Yeah, like how do you feel about them?
I mean, it's not the police department. I loved being a cop. So I love the thought of being a cop.
Mhm.
Bosses, yeah, some of them need work. I've worked for some really good bosses, and I've worked for some.
Did the problems come from, say, outside of the department, maybe up high?
I will leave those assessments to yourself, but yes.
Is it Littlefoot? That's what. Or
What?
Lightfoot?
Who's that? I don't know.
Who?
I'll call. I can say whatever I want.
Pending legal jurisdiction says that I cannot.
Ah,
Your
You don't have to
OPSEC
comment.
manager is
No,
stepping in.
legit.
Fine. I don't give a
Legit,
shit.
I
I'll talk shit
don't
all
care.
about
Yeah,
it.
a lot of it's micromanagement from the top. A lot of it's, I don't even know if it's her. Like I'm not a fan of hers, but I don't even know. It's just so much political pressure from the outside of just like
Right.
the most ridiculous shit.
And you
that's
have a
happened.
lot of misdirected activism.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot
Yeah.
of weird stuff going on
The,
there.
Right.
the irony is they want to defund the police, which is just going to lead to more people getting shot and killed because
Yeah.
without training, like
That's actually. I was going to ask about this. Like, does CPD have actually a plan for all this crazy violence that's going on, or is it just a fucking lost cause, or is like the city trying to do anything, or CPD actually doing anything?
if
about
they
it?
have a plan, I don't know about it. You know,
Right.
I would love to say that they don't. You know, I'm lowly.
It's fucking insane. You got some stats there about like the crime rate in the last 2 years.
Go
You
to
got-
heyjackass.com.
And this is a big reason. Like, I don't want to raise my daughter in this city with like this much. It's all over now.
It's in your neighborhoods.
Mhm.
It's all over.
and it's
yeah.
coming in the suburbs.
Blow that up huge.
So unfortunately, the city of Chicago doesn't actually give us the full.
course not.
Go to
stat for-
heyjackass.com.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, bring
I
it
thought
down,
you were
bring
just
it down.
joking about
No,
that.
no, no,
No,
no.
it's a
Legit.
legit
It's a
site.
great site.
It has great statistics and stuff like that. And the problem is like, what do? You've taken your first line of defense, which is police. And I don't think police, like, I'm not naive or dumb enough to think that police are the ultimate solution to crime or to poverty or whatever you want to call it. But we're the first line of defense when it starts happening.
Right.
So
Do you have the stats of how many people got shot in the booty or in the dick? I know they always got
yeah,
that
I got
graphic.
that.
Oh, that's a
There's
great
a
website.
lot.
Oh,
bro.
Graphic? Holy
oh
shit.
yeah.
Ooh, it's color. Oh my,
Oh my
god.
god.
It's like a legit statistician, I'm
So this
sure.
What the
that
fuck
runs
was this website when I was in college?
This is one of those sites that I think because Chicago is very good, and there's documented that Chicago is very good at making their stats up and pulling them out of
Right.
places that
Well,
didn't know.
Well, what had just happened this last weekend or so? It was like 60 people fucking shot or some shit, 40 something.
I don't think that's a high number. It'll tell you on that site.
No, it's not a
At
high
the top.
number. 12 fatalities.
Go-
Yeah, what is it?
Go-
We got one person shot every minute, 51 seconds, with someone dead every 10 minutes or so.
Yeah. It's-
Tell Jonesy
Like over
what's
the
up. What do you
last
want?
30
So-
days.
Yeah, so go to the homepage at the top. So right there it tells you a person is shot every 1 minute and 51 seconds. A person is murdered every, I think that's 10 hours.
No, 10 minutes, maybe.
No, that's
Nah,
10
too
minutes,
much.
18
Yeah,
seconds.
61
10
people
minutes?
shot and killed at September. 61 people.
Yeah, year to date, shot and killed 586,
And-
shot and wounded 2,843, total shot 3,429. You know, et cetera, et cetera. You know, it's just,
Fuck.
and they got a complete breakdown. So yeah, there they got where they got shot.
Where the fuck are these people getting the bullets?
Dude, this is insane.
Have you seen the ammo prices out there? For fuck's sakes.
Oh, they're
Probably
bringing them
stolen.
in from Indiana.
Yeah, stolen, but
Yeah.
I mean, even getting
How do
it.
you,
Yeah.
that argument just blows my mind. They're
I
coming
know.
from Indiana. Okay.
That's a cool site.
Yeah, it's a great website.
It's actually really not entertaining, educational.
The other one that I always loved
a little
was Second
entertaining.
City Cop, but you know when they kind of went off.
Yeah,
the,
if you don't think free speech is under attack, take a look at that.
Now here it is. You can talk all you want here. Say whatever you want. It's
no,
up to you.
he's talking about that particular
No, that
situation.
website
I
got
know.
shut down because he was so afraid that
He was going to get jammed up.
He was worried that Google was going to release his information to the department and he was going to get fired off it.
Ooh.
And all it was a blog where they posted, sometimes factual intel that came out, like rumors.
Or
It
gossip.
was basically the barracks gossip,
Yeah.
And it was nice to have because you heard from people who worked in headquarters that might tip you off to this going like weekends off canceled. Like I don't know when my next day off is going to be canceled.
Yeah.
Right.
Or whatever. So
All right.
Yeah,
So
fuck that noise.
craziest.
There
calls.
it is, the booty shots.
The booty shots.
Holy shit.
145 year to date shot in the booty.
Holy fuck.
Oh, looks like July was our biggest number for booty shots.
Right in the ass.
Well, yeah, it is summer.
Sharp. So
yeah, the only way to kind of slow down a really big year for homicides is cold weather. That's the only thing that seems to do it. Unless
keeps
you're
the
into cold
dipshits
weather.
inside.
Right.
It's funny whenever we have a cool, we reduce crime by this, and you'll look at it'll directly
weather
correlate
pattern.
with the weather pattern. It's
Yep.
kind of funny.
It's either been torrential
Yeah.
rain
Yep.
or like sub-zero temperatures because they're getting good. They're wearing fucking parkas out there now and shit, right?
Yeah,
So-
but I mean, it's hard to shoot a gun wearing gloves.
Well,
No.
the other effective 9mm less effective going into
yeah,
8 layers of clothes.
we're not gonna
especially
go
the
to like
penis
terminal
there.
ballistics here and all this other stuff.
41 dick shots.
Ooh,
Yep.
That's a
Right in the
lot
pee-pee.
of fucking unfaithful
Dude.
people.
Just kill me
Fuck
at that point.
Yeah, right. Just
June,
like in
June.
range 15. You
Yeah.
missed that part. Fucking kill me, man.
yeah.
All right, craziest calls, man. I want to hear it. What's your craziest shit?
call,
Now?
like-
You've been on the job for a while.
Yeah. What are you looking for?
I don't give a shit. Something fucking nuts.
Well, here,
mind blowing.
I guess I got a way to kind of frame up. Let's first off start off with underwear changing life events. Kind of those calls that it's like, oh shit, am I fucking making out of it?
Oh shit moment. I've always been afraid of car chases and driving like high speeds.
Yep.
Never been a fan of it. Like I understand the risk with that, and I don't want to get wrapped around a tree.
Yep.
Also, you could
And
have
no
a-
matter how good of a driver you are, it's all the other dipshits on the road.
Yeah, and I work midnights, so
Yeah.
Right.
I
Well,
was-
I mean, that's when all the drunks are
the
out. So.
the biggest oh shit. There's been quite a few.
You could also have a blowout at high speed, and that's not
Yeah,
fun.
that's all. And has anyone driven in a department vehicle? They're not the most.
Oh, okay, big city like
well-maintained.
that, I could only imagine.
Oh, it's like
I
motor
imagine
pool
it's like a
Mondays.
military
I got a
vehicle.
new car once, and it was like, this is how these are supposed to work.
Yeah.
Wow.
We're not supposed to hear a clunk every time we're turning the wheel.
Yeah, it's not like
But-
the suburbs.
So first, probably within the first 2 months of me being on the street, after obviously everything else, I'm working with a pretty good officer. He's young too. He's probably got maybe 6 months to a year more than me experience. And this is back when you could car chase. And we were chasing for either a shooting or something. It was called out, so it was everything was by the book. We're going down a side street, lights and sirens activated, and a car pulls out. I swear to God, this car, like we're on Chicago Street, regular, like cars next to us. I swear at some point we were sideways.
Ooh.
I don't know how we didn't hit anything, how it wasn't a traffic accident, but I was like, yeah, fuck that. Like that. That's kind of that. I've been in plenty of. Oh, I tased myself. That's a funny story. Let me tell that.
It's funny because I've done the same.
Okay.
I will never
wrong
use a
with you guys?
taser again. Yeah. I got a
Keep
lot
your
of
booger
stories.
picker off the bang bang switch.
Nope, not that. I tased somebody and it didn't work, and I went to go. Oh, okay, I'll tell this story now. This was relatively recent, and all my partners are gonna get a kick out of this. We go to noises service. Like, yeah, there's somebody yelling. We drive around. We don't hear anything, and we're like, all right, let's just park here for a second. Before we clear the job, check our phones, whatever we do. And then all of a sudden we hear, oh my God. And we look, we're like, what the fuck? We look over, and in the window we see like this big dude just like fucking push a female who later turns out to be the mom.
Awesome.
It was first like, and they were just yelling back and forth. And I'm like, and me and my partner's like, oh fuck. So we run in the building, and I give out, it was either me or the partner. No, it was me because my partner forgot his radio. We go into the building, and I give out the wrong address. It was like, whatever it was, I gave out the opposite because I'm like, we're at like 4,200 because I didn't know where we were running into. And it was, I gave out like Irving's 4,000. I gave out 4,000 for Irving
Right.
Park. It wasn't 4,000 Irving Park. It was 4,000 whatever the cross street is. And we run into this building, and we're like, hey, we need more units over here. And my partner was getting ready to clear the job, so he had his radio in his hand. But when we saw it, he ran out, so he didn't have his radio on him. I'm the only one with the radio. The most dangerous part of any domestic is in the kitchen.
Yep.
So we go in. The brother lets us in, like, hey, yeah, he's in here. We see the mom, like, jump backwards into run of the bedroom, and then I see him. He sees us, and he cuts into the kitchen. And I'm like, fuck, there's knives, fucking everything else over there. I run back there, take a wide angle around, whatever, hand him the gun, because at this point I don't know what's going on. He's like, blah, blah, just big, drunk. He's hammered. just probably like 6 foot tall. Actually, he was 6 foot tall. Motherfucker.
He's like going back into
Coming
the
back.
report.
He's like, I'm like, you're gonna get tased, dude. You're gonna get tased. He's like, tase me then, and he starts walking towards me. Pop, and this, and he's like,
takes it.
He looks it down, and he's like, I'm like, oh fuck. I hear the taser going. Zzz. So I throw the taser behind me, and I'm like, fuck. I go to grab him to hip toss him because I think I know jujitsu or some shit.
You took a few weeks, remember?
I did a few weeks. Hey,
I
circling
remember.
back.
Yeah.
I go to grab him. I managed to grab one of the prongs, and then I go to hip toss him, and my hip contacts the other prong, and I tase myself. Yeah. It's funny, you see it on camera on my body cam. I get a kick out of it.
Piss
I
yourself
go,
a little bit.
I was like, ugh. It was like
Did you happen to bring this footage?
I did not know. That's department property.
What was his reaction?
Copa's still investigating.
Probably. You joke.
Yeah, I know. I'm not.
They're digging shit up, man. They're in the
Yeah, I know,
archaeology
yeah.
department.
Better move out soon
Whatever.
before you get the.
And then so
charges.
I think I either end up tossing him or getting down to the ground, whatever it was. Lucky me. We get him cuffed. My partner, like whatever. My partner's like, where the fuck's my radio? I toss him my radio. He's like, hey, we're actually here over by our last call. We get help there. We're like, all right, man, you're good. You know, like doing the whole like de-escalation thing. Like, all right, man, we're gonna stand you up. I stand him up, get him up. He goes, this is the end of the story because nothing happened after this because the officers pulled me out because something like this could get me fired. So he's relatively calm, stands up. And so he's like, if you're not watching, he's probably like a foot taller than me. Like his head is over my head. He bends over like he bends over his stomach like his stomach hurts. And then he flexes his back all the way back as possible. The back of his head catches the top of my head. And I'm just like, ow.
Yeah.
That was my reaction. I didn't swear or curse or try to.
Ow.
So needless to say, I get pulled out of there because
chief. I would see you.
yeah, really calm and collected. But
I
they
know
pulled me
you.
out of there for good reason, you know, because you don't want in that situation. You're like, really, yeah, that was.
You never really swore a lot in the service. I remember.
I swear a lot.
You did
No,
not like
he
I
did. I
Yeah,
remember
but
meeting him.
You were like the most Mormon out of all of us when it comes to it.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, you were a little. Your shits and fucks were cute. They weren't too often.
Right. So now
Anyway.
let's talk about those moments, those calls that you get there, and you're just pissing your pants laughing because we've all had those calls.
Yes.
You're like, what the fuck? This
We
is
all.
a Jerry Springer moment or whatever.
I'm trying to think of them because there's been quite a lot.
Well, any. At all.
More than I've had.
Yeah.
A lot of the ones.
Right? We've been busted a bunch of times. I know both of us have.
In the bars and stuff.
Stuff. Such.
I'm trying to think of a good one, like because there's a few. Oh,
We'll take anything at this point.
so this
for
one
Christ's
this
sake.
one is
It's a low rent fucking show.
This
here.
one's
Come on.
actually told to me from another person, so I wasn't actually present for this, but it's a funny story, and
I'll
I
take
feel like I need to tell it. So there was a call of a, and this is verified. I've heard it from a couple people. A call of a burglary in process, which means somebody's breaking in somewhere, and they're on the roof. So they go up on the roof, and needless to say, there is the gentleman enjoying the comfort of an escort. He's enjoying the comfort of an escort, and he's still going. They're shining flashlights. I'm like, "What are you doing? Stop!" He's like, and I quote, "This is, hey, pull it up real quick."
Sharp.
Yeah. Yep.
There we go.
And he says, and I quote, let me nut. So he wanted the officers to let him get his $20 worth of.
I'm about to come to fuck it up.
So
I've had a similar situation like that too. And this is so we go in and we're just doing like a freaking weed check in a dorm room or whatever else, right? And so we knock on a freaking dorm room, no answer. Knock on a dorm room again, no answer. Like, all right, last knock on a door. Like, hey, we're gonna key the door open, right? So we key the door open, we get in, and this beautiful girl, and she's just riding the shit out of this guy, right? Like, all right, so, like, what the fuck? You didn't hear us knocking? She's like, I just needed to get one more in.
Nice.
I was like, yes.
You know, you're a
I
dick.
love
You should have backed up like, all right, hold on. Let him finish.
I got one similar to that. This was when I was like brand new. I was in my recruit status.
Here we go.
We go to a landlord-tenant dispute,
Mm-hmm.
which is just, he fucking knocked on my door at too late, whatever. And we go in there, and she just wants to keep talking. And I start looking around. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? She's got like a camera propped up, similar setup to this.
All right.
And I'm like,
Hey,
oh.
I told you we could do it.
And it started to click, and I'm like, oh. And
Only
she's got
fans.
this fucking giant. And it was like under a book or something, but it was too big for the fucking book. And I'm like, oh, and I'm brand new, so I don't know. Like, I'm still like super professional. Like, ma'am, I'm sorry this happened.
Can you please put your penis away?
Yeah. And then, yeah, she was trying to tell us about how the landlord was terrible. She's like, he's so terrible to me. I haven't paid rent in 6 months, but he keeps like hounding me for rent. I'm like,
What an asshole,
what
right?
a dick.
Yeah. God, I hate those landlords.
Yeah.
And you're married now.
Me?
Yes.
Yeah, that hasn't changed. It's
He's been, yeah.
Apparently the joke just like went like
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
right over.
It's all right.
Yeah.
oh, wow, wow, wow.
Any other funnies on the job?
Funnies.
The thing about the job is that you can laugh almost any single day that you're working.
Yeah.
Because you just see the best and the worst of humanity. And it's just, oh, God, I miss it sometimes. And then I look at you and I'm like, no.
Okay. In the last 2 years.
So another recent one, we had a hospital detail, security guard. Those people don't care. I'm not going to mention which hospital.
We'll talk offline.
Yeah, he used to work at some back in the day.
Yeah, you might be familiar. So we were there. I was just shooting the shit because we use the bathroom there because it's the only place to use the bathroom. And I was talking to the thing, and this is wintertime, so it's colder out. And the hospital's really nice. They let the homeless people stay in their lobby as long as they don't give them a hard time, and they have to leave by a certain time because
Don't piss on the floor.
don't piss on the floor, don't
the
drink, shit
bathroom.
like that.
Yeah. We'll even give you a juice and a sandwich.
Well,
Get the fuck out.
some of the homeless people don't understand that, so they still like call an ambulance and go through the process because they don't have credit they don't care about, which is sad. Like the city needs to address their homeless issue. I'm not
Yes.
making light of that.
Every city does.
Yeah, very much so, and I'm not making light of that in the slightest. But they use the hospital as a means to get out of the cold for a while.
With
Right.
this city, it gets fucking frigid here.
Oh, yeah,
Polar
100%.
vortex, holy shit.
Yeah, but there's other ways, and they don't explore those options. But so they go into the ER, and he's claiming of whatever. He's being belligerent, like completely an asshole. He's probably intoxicated. And we're there. I'm just talking to the security guards who I know and am friends with, and he's like, "Oh, blah blah blah, this, fuck you, this, blah blah blah, that," and we're just talking shit back. Like, what are you doing, dude? Like, why are you here? Why are you giving us a hard time? Blah blah blah, this. And he's like, and the one big guy says like, "Dude, you're gonna need to stop, or you're gonna fucking eat." And he's like, big black guy, and he's like, N-word this, like, and his eyes look up, and he's like, "Hey Parker, can you get out of here?" And he was just scaring him, and I knew that. But this fucking guy just about pissed himself. He's like, "You can't leave. You can't do that." I'm like, "I got a job I got to go to, man. So I'm just here for the bathroom."
Yeah.
He's like, No. I'm like,
Yeah, if you need our help, you got to call 911. I got to
Yeah.
be dispatched to a job. None of this on view bullshit.
the hospitals are probably my favorite stuff just because of ridiculous things that happen. Like, a security guard throwing you out of a hospital is not battery because you won't leave their property. Like, that's
Right.
what they're hired for. So
Right.
we're not going to arrest a security guard unless you're.
Oh, I can tell you stories, man.
This guy fucking. He had some fun ones.
Yeah, yeah.
I
You got
love
anything
it.
right now? You want something to tag back?
Yeah,
Keep it going,
eggplant
Frank.
in a fucking booty hole, and they,
Get the fuck
and
out.
it was a big one too, man.
Eggplant. And
They're not little.
Yeah,
No
but this was
shit.
a fucking giant gourd.
Somebody took the emoji way too seriously.
Yeah. Well, this was before the emoji was popular.
Oh,
That's probably how it got popular.
yeah, right.
Yeah. But my particular hospital that I had was working at, I mean, our bread and butter was behavioral health and homeless population. So, I mean, from legit folks going through some major behavioral health issues through, just regular homeless people, just like you said, Chief, it's sad.
that's another thing that really needs to be addressed in Chicago.
Yeah.
It's insane. Well, it's horrible in every city right now.
But it's like-
but it sucks here too because it gets so fucking frigid,
Yeah.
and it's not like when you're in L.A.
Not just the homeless, but even the mental health.
or-
And, like,
yeah, and that's kind of what I'm referring to.
Oh, yeah.
The mental health thing is so much bigger than even just the homeless.
people don't realize like what goes on.
Oh, I see them on the streets all the time, like outside of a lot of the bars that I've
19
worked
is
at over the
19 is
years.
one of the worst districts for them.
Yep, and
Where's
yeah,
19
that's what I
at?
said,
What
and that's where I worked.
Boys Town / Lakeview.
Boys Town,
Or,
Wrigleyville,
it's not
that
Boys
whole
Town
area.
anymore. What is it?
Fuck.
North Halstead or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like Lakeview and all that.
Yep.
It's right by Wrigley.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wonder why there's a mental health issue there.
Wah wah wah.
Oh.
Yeah, like Cubs keep
Lower.
lowered expectations. Exactly.
So yeah, I was trained as a crisis intervention trained officer, or
Ditto.
whatever they call it. And it's something I really like cared about, and just the
CIT.
amount of stuff that I witnessed. It's honestly tragic. Like one case I went to, I don't know, man. This is one of those things. Like I don't know the right answer. We did what we did. If I end up getting fired for it, this is one of those jobs. Like if I got fired for it, I'd be like, okay, I can live with
Right.
that situation.
We
go-
didn't follow the rules, but we did the right thing.
Yeah, exactly. And
You
that's honestly kind of the way I've always went, which is probably going to jam me up at some point in my life. But if it feels right, it's probably right. If it's
If you
messed
get
up.
jammed up, and I don't, that's fucked up.
Agreed.
You're
So-
like, yeah, right.
Well, you'd have to be somewhere in order to get jammed out there.
Hey.
Oh.
So we go to this apartment
Low-hanging
building
fruit.
where neighbors are calling it in, multiple calls of screaming and fighting in an apartment. We go there and we hear back and forth on the door, like, fuck you, this, blah, 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 that. You can't be doing this to me. And we're like, what the hell's going on? And like knocking on the door, no answer, nobody's answering or anything. And we're like, oh my God, it's somebody's like, and then we kind of start to realize like it's the same voice. It's the same person that's talking to herself. We don't know the situation. We don't know what's going on. What do we do? Like we can't just like go in, call the supervisor, like, hey, we think she's either going to hurt herself because she's not coherent. Like she's not responding to any of her calls. Some of the stuff she's saying is worrisome. I'm not going to go into too many details.
Yeah.
So what do you do? Well, what we did was we got the landlord give us key. We're going to go do at this point, it's just a wellness check, because we don't know what's going on behind the door.
Can you, by the way, on those health and wellness checks, you burp, you go in any way you want, right? Without a key. Like if it's
in this case, I probably would have. It depends on what it is.
Can you articulate that there's a life safety issue?
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
That's what it boils down to.
If I hear a gunshot and somebody scream, yeah, I'm going
right.
in.
But like if they're saying, hey, this is something that's going on for a while, nothing like you just can't kick the door in it. Do you need more to that, or
it's easier to get a warrant? I mean, if it's something
if
something's going on over a long period of time, yeah. Those health and wellness things, it's got to be the immediate severity of the incident. Like if you're there,
the
and it's
army
like,
ones,
I can't.
Just they walk right in.
Well,
fucking pricks.
You're in the army, you don't
Yeah,
have
I know.
rights. Or
Yeah.
whatever.
I know.
Yeah,
Go through your underwear drawer
I
like
know.
that one fucking.
That's actually not
yeah.
allowed. Actually, being a police officer is realize how much illegal shit happened to me in the barracks. Not that I really care. That's what it is, but like, you're still a human being. You're still an American. You still get some.
Yeah.
Give me some
right.
decency.
And all that
goddamn.
illegal shit is done by
Like,
your chain of command.
Legitimately, like looking at now from where I'm at now as a warrant officer and seeing what captains do, I'm like, oh my God, you guys need guidance and you need because like legitimately, like if I was in command, I wouldn't make any decisions without going like in that matter without going to JAG first, because you can get hemmed up in a lot of cases.
Yeah.
Right.
And again, I hope it didn't bite anyone I know in the butt, but jeez.
No, the Joey Malone thing there, the butt. I like that. He said butt.
Sharp.
Oh.
What?
Oh.
No, he said butt.
Sharp.
Just like Joey Malone did last week.
He said it in the butt.
He wouldn't say ass at all.
But
see, like I said, you're a Boy Scout.
yeah, that's
You don't
so.
swear too often.
So the ending of that story was we go in and this poor girl, completely naked, like we're trying to talk to her. She's just not there. We ended up we have the authority to sign somebody into a mental institution if they're unable to. There's a couple of rules. I'm gonna quote them, and somebody's like, "You're lying. That's not how it is." And I'm paraphrasing because I'll look at the rules before I actually do it. If somebody's a danger to themselves, unable to care for themselves, and then there's another one, and I don't know. But in that case, we signed her into. And I hope I wish we'd get. That's what I think the worst thing about being a cop is you go job to job and you never get to see the good story. It's funny. A lot of these CIT calls I'd go to, it'd be the same people over and over again.
Yep.
It's like, he was so great last week. I'm like, well, it'd have been nice to see him last week when, I just see this kid in his poor, worst state or whatever, and that takes an emotional toll on you.
So this job seems like it beat the fuck out of you.
Yeah,
too.
yeah. I'm jaded as fuck. I'm not gonna lie. It's taking a toll.
I think I remember right before you joined where you were like,
Gun ho, yeah. I'm gonna go
and then
get that
after
gas.
like
Yeah.
a year or two on the job, you're like,
Well,
It's just like
there's
you're
there's a lot of great research that's been coming out. So it's like, okay, we deploy and, let's say, we do one tour of duty and there's 1 year's worth of combat experience, if you're one of those units and what have you. Here, you go into law enforcement in a 20 or 30-year career, you are constantly dealing with the depravity and the negativity of society, right? Very,
especially this
I want to say 10% of the calls are feel-good type calls, right? Everything else, you're dealing with the negative aspects of society.
10% are good.
I think Pacino said it best.
I work
in
midnights,
Heat.
man.
Yeah.
In that scene Pacino had in Heat, when he came home and his wife was all pissed off, and he's like, I just came from a crime scene where a mother microwaved her own baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry if I did not come home early enough and the chicken is fucking cold.
Right.
It's the same thing with the
yeah.
military, yeah, because
Right.
you get that mindset of why am I being bothered with this petty minuscule? And my wife has talked to me about it before. I've done it a lot to her, and it's a good thing we have that conversation because you forget this might seem trivial to me or whatever, but in the end of the day, if it's important to your family members, you're gonna end up ostracizing them.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah. Why do we always call out garbage in the freaking roadway, even though we're in fucking Chicago or something, right? It's like, stop doing that. No,
You shouldn't be talking about that way with about people, though, Pete.
yeah,
Not everyone's garbage.
you know what I meant.
you're garbage. I love you though.
You want one more funny story?
Yeah, let's
fuck
do it, man.
So, all right.
Keep it going, baby.
When I was a wee lad on the police force, we working in the Bridgeport area, and it was routine traffic stop. Somebody like blatantly blew a light or something, so we're just stopping him, and he's cool. He's like, whatever, man.
Explain how shitty Bridgeport is, if it's shitty or not.
Bridgeport is like Old Daly area, so it's kind of a nicer
Little hoity-toity.
Yeah, now it's kind of changing. You got a lot of crap around it, so
Right.
a lot of stuff goes through.
But you had
there.
like the old school Irish that really ruled that
yeah,
part
it was
of
the
town,
old ruling
you know?
class. It used to be if you went to 9, you were going to be a boss one day because
Just saying, because we have listeners that are from out of town,
so it's Bridgeport, but we were in Bridgeport, and traffic stop. It was outside of a bar, so we're just like, hey man, like relax, like it's weekend. This freaking hipster, like ridiculous chick rolls up on a bike, and I'm brand new, and I'm working with a dude who's got some time on. He's a really good cop, understands it, like, and he's this dude's like, I don't know her, man, I don't know why she's bothering us. Like, so this is the person she's interacting with, and we're just like, all right, what's going on, like, and she just keeps, are they harassing you with her camera out? Why are they bothering you? And then this guy just had enough. He's like, hey man, you're good to go. And she's like, hey, come over here. And she goes to him, hey, come over here. I need to talk to you. And she's like, why? Am I being detained? She's like, yeah, you're getting a ticket for riding your bike on the sidewalk. And that's when I realized, like, why fucking bother, like, cops who are just doing a traffic stop? It's not even interesting. It was like, I don't even think it was like, oh, it's a minority you're oppressing or something. It was Bridgeport.
Also, to be fair, I wish more cops would write tickets for that because I've gotten almost run over by people on fucking bikes.
Fucking
all
cyclists.
The time. Yeah,
I love
I love
a cycle. I love a good cycle.
Yeah,
all right.
In a room,
right? I do. Well,
where it doesn't move.
Well, all right. Fuck off.
My biggest thing has always been it's just like all these people, they have zero clue about police work, want to make all the decisions about what police work should be. You know what? Come on a ride along, come experience some of the shit.
I don't even care about that. You know what, Pete? What's really the issue with me? Just give me an answer as to what you want me to do.
Oh, that too.
I don't know anymore.
Right. Mm-hmm.
It's funny.
Right.
There's that like stupid TikTok meme that goes around like blah blah blah. I don't know. It's just a dude going over and over. I don't know anything anymore. I like.
Right.
Well, you
can
guys,
I do
that's
that?
rough. That's rough, dude. I feel bad for you guys because it's not that. It's not like you're all fucking just.
Well, it's not us going to be because the really scary thing is like I don't know if you saw the pension report for the Chicago Police Department. It's not there.
No.
Right.
No,
God.
it's bad.
Gone?
And the thing that I was kind of the FOP recently voted for the new contract, and I was a huge against
FOP.
Fraternal Order of Police.
I know,
Our
just for.
oh, sorry.
It's not me. It's
So
for
I was
else.
against the new contract for a lot of reasons, but the main issue is the pay is not going to get us more officers in the police department. Like we have to make sure we recruit more officers to protect our pension. I don't care about that. And the real scary thing is officers my age, with kind of my time frame. So you have people who are over 10 years who are vested in the pension. They're not going to leave more than likely because they want to. They can't go anywhere else.
Right.
Those guys aren't doing shit right now. The only people that are really doing anything are the new guys and people my age. Well, who do you think teaches the new guys? It's generally people my age that teach people the right way to do it, how to not get yourself jammed up, how to do it the right way, to not get sued, not get fired, and not end up on the news. Nobody's teaching those kids anymore.
I'm really glad I haven't seen you in the news yet.
I've been on the news. It's nothing ever.
No,
just me,
I mean,
standing
like,
there, yeah.
Bad or good. Well, even good. I don't want to see you. I don't want to see the news because even if you're just in a good.
I don't want to be on the
somebody
news.
start-
I just like my
right.
privacy.
You
for the
stay
most part.
low key, baby.
So
I worry about you all the time. You and actually a couple other boys that are on the job out in CPD. I fucking every time I heard a cop shot, I was just like, please don't blow me, please. You know, I fucking worry.
It's
all
funny.
The time.
The beat I work actually was the one shooting we had. The police involved shooting was on my beat, and I called my partner. I text my partner. I'm like, dude, I don't need to know anything else. Are you okay? That's the only thing because you never know. That's my partner was working the beat. And there was a police involved shooting without going into too many details on the beat. I fucking work.
Right.
And your heart drops. Because it was a 3-man car, and my other partner was either I was off for military or he just took the day off, and I'm like. I text him. I'm like, "What's going on, man? Do you know anything?" He's like, "I don't know." I'm like, I ended up sending him a text because phone communications are they gonna subpoena your phone records, or now are you gonna be on the trial for sending a text just to make sure my partner's okay? But I ended up doing it anyway, and he wasn't him, and he was fine. But I knew the officer who it was, and I saw the video, and if I was working that night, and it would have been me. So
That's fucked up.
yeah, and that's a scary thing. So are you guys familiar with the? What was the shooting in was it 8 or 10, Pete?
In 8 or 10, which one are you talking?
The biggest one recently.
16 shots in a.
No, the one that just happened.
Oh, you're talking about just happened?
Where the guys got shot or
not
I mean,
Anthony
there's just been
Alvarez,
so
the
many
other
of
Are you
guy.
them.
talking about just recently?
Police involved shooting.
The kid, the
yeah,
13-year-old?
Yeah, what's his name?
The 13-year-old?
Yeah.
That was where the cop actually tried to do doing
Yep.
CPR and everything.
Yeah.
It's like
Oh,
just
yeah,
no shit.
yeah.
I forget his name, but
Dude, that was to me clean as fuck.
that's the thing that scares me. That guy could have been me. He could have been me.
Like I love that because a lot of people were like, "Oh, he didn't have like I saw a gun in his hand and it's a split second thing," and that's what most people.
Yeah.
This is what actually pisses me off. It's the split second decision shit.
Yeah.
That
You can
everyone's like,
slow down video very
quickly.
slow.
Oh, see, look, he dropped the gun
but in
there.
real life,
and then the 3.5 seconds, the bullet came out of his gun
And-
and went
and
into
honestly,
his chest. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? You've
I'm not
never
that
been
cop
in
that like, oh fuck him, he got what he. I feel bad for the kid. He grew up in an area where he should have never been allowed to
I
do
know,
that. But
it's,
Right.
you know,
at the end of the day, I'm going home to my
parents here. 13. Well, how was he? 13 years old. What time was
I
it?
don't know if
2
you-
a.m. Dude,
that kid was, and
come on.
the guy he was with should be jailed forever.
Yeah.
Like it's
The whole thing is fucked up. I feel bad for the cop. I feel bad for obviously the kid, the family, everything.
The cop
whole-
will
the
be all
whole-
right. I'm worried about his family, and that's
I'm
where
worried
I
about
look
all
at
of
it.
them.
Yeah.
I look at the whole fucking spectrum. Everyone
Yeah,
involved.
right.
The cop's feeling horrible. He just fucking, he was protecting his life against a fucking 13-year-old.
And
he tried to save
Did you
him
know
still.
he's a 13-year-old when you chased
No,
after
he
him? That
didn't
kid
know.
was,
He didn't know.
You know,
no.
He didn't know. He didn't know that. He tried saving him.
and the kid shot, or it was I don't know if it was a kid or the other guy shot at a car. Like
It was really
if
fucked up.
he had murdered somebody, then would it have been different.
Dude, that video was insane to watch. Like the whole process.
The
of
way
it.
they explained it, I would give CPD a shout out to that. If you see the video that CPD released, that kind of explained like, okay, this is when the shot spotter call came out.
Mhm.
This is a video of this kid shooting at a car. This is where they walked. This is where the police saw them. This is where the chase took place. And then they I thought that was excellent. That was a good job.
I
Yeah,
actually
if,
agree
if
with
they
that.
only did that with all the cases and just show that transparency and
Yeah.
whatever
Yeah,
else,
that's a
like,
lot.
you
It was
know,
really nice. He broke
It
it
would
down.
it would hopefully start a conversation.
The problem is even with videos like that, it doesn't matter because if you're a police officer, you're guilty until proven
Oh,
innocent.
yeah,
which
Well,
is,
which happened, especially there, because everyone was breaking down the fact, like, oh, look, he dropped the gun. I'm like, dude, are you fucking kidding me?
he did.
Within a second,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah.
Okay, you're not lying.
Yeah.
He didn't see that. You know,
Yeah, he didn't see it
and,
happen.
And that
you know?
guy's he's a
Glad the camera picked it up.
He's either a Marine vet or a Marine reservist, and
Dude, I remember him calling in. He goes, sucky chest when he's calling it in. He's
Yeah,
trying to do the
perfect,
actual.
good.
Yeah, did a great job. He's
Yep.
trying to save his life, too. Oh, it was
genuinely, like not. And they
sad. And it's
people
actually
just don't
sad
care.
to see
Yeah.
the child, like, you could hear him just fade away. It's like, and all that. It's like,
Yep.
I'm like watching the video going, oh, yeah, it's fucking rough. I'm
Well,
like,
that
it was
doesn't
rough to see because
that doesn't fill the narrative because apparently we're all supposed to be like mindless murderers, like which is just the most ridiculous.
Well, no, because
narrative.
I'm feeling bad on both. But like,
Yeah.
I'm looking at this
Yeah.
13-year-old that's, see, it's just a kid, dude. I remember being 13. I remember being a fuck up at 13 too.
Yeah.
I'm not shooting around fucking neighborhoods fuck up, but I seen a kid.
Yeah.
He's dying. It's fucking rough. He's fucked up. He did stupid shit. I get it. Kids do stupid crap.
And it's
I
the
see a
influence of the
cop-
parents.
I see a cop that's doing his job. Rough. And then I see a cop trying to save his fucking life after he had to take him down because the guy just tried to kill him, and yet he's still trying to save his life.
Yeah.
But yet everyone's portraying this guy like he's a piece of shit.
He's a monster. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, this ain't fucking, what's his name up in Minnesota who's like kneeing a motherfucker in the neck.
Yeah.
Like,
And
it ain't the same shit. Like, the dude was like protecting himself, and then yet at the end of it, he was still trying to save
Yeah.
him, and he knows he's like, ugh. It's a fucked up situation.
Yeah.
Rough stuff. Real deep Semper Hooah podcast episode here.
Yep.
We're getting fucking emotional.
I'm gonna
It's
need,
getting
I'm
rough.
gonna need
See,
beer
we're
at some point.
we get fucking assholes like last episode, and then this one we just mellow it out. Real good,
Real
Shout out to
toned
Joey
down.
Malone again. That's like the fourth time I said his name too.
Right.
Jesus
God.
Christ.
Or like the episode,
Making him
Bilbo was
famous.
asking to do more serious stuff, and he's not here today.
He's not here. This is
Yeah.
what happens, Bilbo. You miss out. He probably
Yeah.
won't even watch this one. Piece
Bilbo.
of shit. By the way, our names are in the fucking closet, Bilbo, if you're listening. You fucked up the last couple. Anyway, dude, it's I don't know. We ran on for a while here.
Yeah,
I
we
don't know.
did.
Got
Some
another
shit.
question?
How big's your dick?
Sharp,
See, there we go. Now we're there. It is.
Yeah,
There we go. 1 foot, 1 inch, 1
The
centimeter.
world may never know.
It's a good Chief. It's great to have you back. It's good to have you on. Dude, I'll remote you in. I'll come down to Florida.
Let's do it.
I got a place down there.
Just send me one of these
Fucking
fancy
come down.
mics.
Yeah. We'll give you Jones's. He's barely using it.
Look, I've been on here twice. I don't get a T-shirt. I don't get one of the guns. Just give me a
I'll
mic.
give you a
then.
book.
I've been on here for like 11 episodes. I haven't gotten.
You're
a gun.
the fucking co-host.
Yeah,
We're
I still want a
co-hosts.
gun.
You're also
want a gun.
paid.
Yeah, I haven't gotten
Hey.
anything.
Yeah,
In
yeah.
fact, he puts me to work
I had to
building
buy my
tables
own
and
shirts.
shit.
Hey, yeah, you desk.
I thought he
cut
works
up.
for you. I still don't understand your dynamic. Who's
Nobody
the
works-
boss here?
There's no bosses here. I mean,
That's the way to do it.
it's a
It's a fucking commune.
I mean, I had to pay for my
It's
own
very
shirt.
hippie
for
around here.
Did you
fuck's
say
sakes.
commie?
We're
Yes,
just
you did.
hanging out.
Oh.
Just a bunch of grouper retards.
Yeah.
Vets, current, whatever we
Yeah,
are. I don't know. The reserve thing's so weird, especially when you're active in the back end. It's just, anyway, dude, Chief P, great to have you back here. Love it.
Hey, last few days, man. Stay safe out there, brother.
Yeah, please do.
Seaway.
I will.
Yeah, you just fucking jinxed them.
Hit the hole and watch some Netflix.
Enjoy the
I
AGR
still
life.
can't do that.
The AGR life is gonna be sweet.
No.
Active Guard
It's
Reserve.
gonna be awesome.
Find
it's
the
gonna be
billboard
awesome.
for Casino La Fantastique.
Oh, fantastic. Dude, get a side job while you're out there too, because you know you can do it as AGR, as a chief too.
I got to figure that out, but I'm definitely getting my license down there.
Just
There you
bartend
go.
Oh,
down there.
if you're looking for a house, real estate,
Boom.
I can't really.
Yeah, don't say your name here. You'll lose some clients on that one.
Damn it.
This is not
That's
appropriate.
the
shit.
hardest thing is like, oh, I'm like, yeah, I tell my clients, like, I'm part time, so it kind of works out for me because I can do this whenever you need. And they're like, oh, what do you do full time? I'm like,
I murder fucking little
I'm
children.
a sanitation engineer.
I usually tell them I work for the city and I don't go further than
Yeah,
that.
it's
Right.
I kill
I used to always
minorities.
say
Most of them, actually,
I'm a
all of
horrible
them
cop. You know,
I used to
kill
always tell
minorities.
people I'm a garbage man.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
They should probably make more. All right, that sucks.
And you get to keep what you throw away.
It is a dirty. Thanks for having you on, bud.
Anytime.
All right, guys. Oh yeah, we got to do a thing here. I forgot. I can't get away without. If you stayed this long, like, subscribe, share, follow. Somebody please read the rest of it because I just can't
Nobody's
do it.
listening.
You
Don't
all
forget
have
to send hate mail to
That's-
contact.
You're
at
way.
Semper Hooah.
Somebody give the Facebook thing.
Yeah,
out.
Facebook, Instagram,
Yeah, Semper Hooah Podcast.
Semper Hooah Podcast,
Semperhooah.com/shop.
merch. Yeah,
Boom.
soon to be on MySpace.
MySpace. All right. Yeah, yeah.
I heard it's an up and coming platform.
I heard the same.
Oh yeah, our Petey.
Yeah, road home program. Let's help out some vets and let's get them some money so we can get some treatment.
Get some trim too. Yeah. All right. Oh yeah, hate mail. There we go.
There we go. There's something.
Contact at semperhooah.com.
Have you got any legitimate hate mail?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Oh, we have actually.
Can I be on the next time you get some? Because I want to do that.
So we got.
What was that one?
I mentioned it last.
Are you making fun of the
Yeah.
wives or something like that? Or-
There was that one. Then
Did you get hate mail from Dependus?
we actually got one. So like the recent one, I mentioned it last episode. It goes, you piece of shit, you pieces of shit, making fun of the military and blah blah. I respond, you fucking cunts. We're in the military. We get to make fun of the military because we're in it. So fuck off.
Screw the military. I hate everything about it.
I don't know.
Send me hate mail.
Never
I'm
mind the
kind of
fact
winging
that.
how I sent it back to her, but I did say I called her a cunt because I'm like, we're
Did
in
she
the
also
military.
not know that like just about everybody that listens to this and praises this podcast are all in the military and like active duty or reserve?
So I was like, I found the
Dude,
wife too, like,
that's your in. You need to like get people to hate it, and then vets would start listening, and be like, "Oh, who's this asshole bashing vets?"
a
And
little
like,
bit of Alex Jones thing
Yeah.
going on. We got to go more right wing then, I guess, for that one.
no.
See, if we had Scotty, he'd tell us how they're all like in
They're all
Idaho right now.
fascists.
Well,
Yeah.
they're all in Idaho right
guess we gotta
now
go
and
more-
building
We
base
haven't had any
camps.
Nazi references until now.
No, we
Just
did
right
the other
now.
day.
No, last
Oh,
episode we did.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did last night. My wife,
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. she's German. That's heritage German. She's born here.
I was figuring you would make mention of the two dogs too in that one too.
well,
Only one is a Nazi.
The other one's a
right.
Russian.
Yeah, Nazi
Right.
and a Russian, and being a Polak and being sandwiched with those fuckers.
I
World
thought-
War II.
I thought the Polish really liked Russians.
Fuck you.
Of course they do. The Russians invented vodka.
Hey, Pete, what part of Russia is Poland?
Even as an Uncle Tom for Polacks, I am a little upset about this.
Put the gun down.
No fair. That's a service weapon.
Yeah.
None of those today.
You don't use duty rounds.
Yeah, you got duty rounds on you? Nope. Oh yeah, that's one thing I actually. Whatever. We'll talk offline. What do you got there? Ammo. Oh, for the pole.
Pocket ammo.
9mm, and there's some gum in here too.
Yeah.
Thank you. Some 9mm for the pole.
I don't know why that's in my
That's
pocket.
literally
Oh,
$1,000
hollow
worth of ammo
points.
right
Yeah,
now.
no,
Right?
this is great.
It's like lumber used to be a couple.
Silver. Take out the
I need
werewolves. All right, guys. Thanks for listening, watching, whatever the fuck you're doing. Thanks for Chief P for coming back on. Thanks for Jonesy rocking up that one more time. The sharp poster is very great. PD in the closet. Thank you to my fellow Polacks that are listening that could take the joke. Most of you won't and will unsubscribe. Thanks to Sam for showing up.
Yeah.
Well, guys, catch you next episode. All right.
Word.
Yo, Ray, this is